You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little bit. Because
I'm not getting the notification.
It'll come up.
Okay.
It takes a second. That's why we do the opening.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. There it is. Oh God, dang it!
Whoa.
Here, I'll edit it.
Do.
Was that what it said last week?
Yeah, I don't know where it's at.
It's in Restream.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I had to edit it in Restream.
Okay, we'll figure it out. It's all good.
Oh man, look at me.
Don't know.
Hotty toddy. It's a good photo.
It is a really good photo.
Good headshot.
Yeah. I might say so myself, I guess.
It's like you.
Yeah, that's a good picture.
Yeah.
It's like one of
Good
those
one.
photos if you were like getting an award for something, like if you did something notable
Right.
for the community, you know what I mean?
Kron Studio is
Right.
live
Or if
now.
you stab somebody and you were in the paper.
Right. Yeah, man.
Oh boy.
This is me first podcast. Excited.
I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I am classy, Ron.
Yeah, shout out to Ron Gardner. Holy cow.
I am classy, Ronnie.
Ron, John.
Ronnie, come over, please.
Yeah, Ron needs to be here. Damn it! Next time we will make that happen for sure.
Come over. It's the big place on Alpine Drive. You can't miss it. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
let some people get in here before we get going here. I don't want to catch anybody off guard.
Right,
Matt, you doing okay over there?
man. I'm living it up, man. I feel like I made it to the big leagues. Now I'm on the KrohnKast with Steve-O, Mitchell, and Phil. God dang, man.
We got
We're-
one half of the Thoms brothers here, dude.
I tell you what, man.
Holy cow.
This is kind of a big deal,
I'm
man.
about to take my shirt off.
Oh, you don't need to. It's tight enough. You're good, man.
Is it tight?
Yeah, it's like rhino tight, man.
Is it really?
Yeah, man.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's
I
that
can't.
tight.
I can't stop looking at your pecs, dude. And I'm
Dude,
not
it
even
feels,
swinging that way.
I don't know what
I don't know.
material this is.
Yeah.
Did you say pecs?
Yes,
I
sir.
said something else.
No, sir. No, I'm not going that deep.
Dude, this feels really nice. I got this at Marshall's in
Marshalls.
Las Vegas.
Oh, really? Do they have
Yes.
deals at the Marshalls in Las
Dude.
Vegas?
It was like $4.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what.
Dude, it's a
that's the
huge-
clothes you buy after
it's,
you spend all your money in the freaking casino the
No,
night
it's
before.
2 levels of Marshalls. It's
What?
great. Yeah. They
They're
have like
doing it big in
15
Vegas.
people in security because everybody steals stuff.
I bet.
It's fantastic.
I
Anyway,
bet.
episode 17, Drummer2Drummer series. We're going big time with this crap. Holy cow.
Big money.
Who we
Oh,
got?
yeah.
Who we got in the house? What's your name, sir? We got Steve-O Thoms. Holy cow. Big fan of Steve. Stereo Hype fame, All Nighters fame, all the women at Stereo at the All Nighter shows.
Slightly infamous.
We got
something like that.
from Matt Bounds and the Mississippi Sounds. We got Matt No Bounds Bounds.
Yeah, that's
Holy cow!
that's my middle name. That's
Look
my
at
whole middle
this
name
dude.
there.
And he wore his signature
Yes, every time.
red flannel.
Yep. God dang it, I'm gonna bring it out.
Dude,
If
I
it's
don't-
chilly.
I don't know whether to ask you to chop down the tree
Yep, man.
or sell me some honey. I don't know. I don't know what to
I've
do.
got a big old axe in the trunk if you need me to do some wood cutting, sir.
That's lumberjack Matt.
And of course, we got
Lumberjack.
Mitchell Gruch III. Holy cow! Yeah. Thank God for Mitchell. Right. Thank God for Mitchell.
What would we do without Mitchell here?
Oh my
Nothing?
I'm
gosh.
telling
Not
you.
get yelled at.
You know, you yelled at.
Right.
I got yelled at the beginning of the show, but it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. I can take it.
Nothing you're not used to, I'm sure.
Nothing I'm not, dude. I've been through the gauntlet, dude. You don't know what these eyes
right.
have seen. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to. Yeah. I don't even want to skim that. No, sir.
Steve-O, thanks for being here, man. Holy cow.
I am good. Thank
Holy
you.
cow. Holy cow. Thank God we had the perfect first guest. Shout out to Gary Cooper.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Gee,
Oh, man, that was a great
But,
podcast. Yeah,
the
that was
Coop.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Coupe
Oh,
de Ville.
Coop.
What was the Horn Island?
Horn Island Blast, man.
Dude, he requested that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
he requested that
all day
drink.
long.
That was wild.
hey, man, it
We
goes
down
down.
to Malibu.
Goes down smooth, man.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, what is in that? Is it just Malibu or is it something else you're throwing in there? Is it just Malibu rum? Is that the Horn Island Blast?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Gary.
Shout out Gaucher.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
it's just the Malibu.
Yeah,
shout out-
man.
Shout out Gaucher.
Right on.
Steven, man. Talk to me. What the hell's been up with you? You've been playing drums in your mansion over there in what, Bay St. Louis?
That would be Diamond Hood.
Oh, Diamond Hood. That's
Hood.
right.
But I've just been playing, thankfully, with some gigs with the All Nighters. Finally, picking that back up a little bit. Doing some open jams on Wednesday nights over in Diamond Head.
Yeah, what club? I've been watching you live on.
That would be the Lazy Gator Steamer. It used to be like the old marina right there. Like if you get off at the Diamond Head exit, you would coming from this way, you would take a left and head towards the bay.
It's just open jam. Like I can just come and play somebody's guitar. I gotta bring my own guitar.
You can bring your own guitar and you just plug in an amp. My buddy Wes Sanderford he's the one who kind of heads it up. But we take all makes and all jammers.
You think I would fit in there well?
Not at all.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's so high level, dude. It's so high level. I mean, I would like to hear, like Wagon Wheel with some double bass.
Yeah.
They would ask you.
Phil can make that happen. I promise you.
It's a really chill vibe. I went and hung out with Steve-O and saw him play. It was like almost like two kind of main sets. Like when I got there, there was like a kind of a group of people that typically play together, and they kind of start the night off, and then they kind of let the people who are there for open mic kind of play in the middle. Yeah, and then they regroup, and it's a different lineup towards the end.
Right. It's and it just really all depends on who shows up that night.
I think you were saying it's kind of centered around a father and a son. Like I think it was the keyboardist, maybe the bass player or something like that.
No, it was drummer / guitar player / singer Wes. Sometimes his dad Jimbo comes out. But it's just a group of guys in Diamond Head, and they invited me to come out and do it. So I come out there and do it. But you were saying you had attended for like what 6 months before you actually went up on stage with them? No. The thing was like it was I was riding my bike on Friday nights and with a group over in Biloxi, and then I found out about the that jam session, and that's what I just decided, kind of alternate between the two of them, because normally if I jam, like, there's a close group of people that I like to jam with, of course, guys in All Nighters, and my old guys in Stereo Hype, when we did that, but just just jamming with other people in different styles, different genres, things like that, it's been a lot of fun and really opened up my ears a little bit. I mean, I never thought I'd be playing like 2/4 honky tonk or country or anything like that.
Yeah, with old Jimbo, huh?
That's it.
It's a cool vibe in there. I feel like you're kind of like the vibe I got from it was like you're like almost like you feel like you're either under somebody's house or like in the back of somebody's garage, and it's kind of like low light, but it's like somebody opened up the garage and everyone's like they're just kind of taking turns.
No pressure.
Yeah. It's really chill, and there's food and beer.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I think I ordered wings.
Yeah, man.
But that's been good, and like I said, picking it up with All Nighters, playing back over at Danby's over in Bay St. Louis a lot. That's kind of our stomping grounds, as well as Glory Bound in Ocean Springs. Those are our two
love it.
Great hot spots, and thankfully we've been able to play music, whereas a lot of other musicians I know, other states have not been able to play, and at least just trying to take it safe while we play. Of course, COVID comes out after 8 o'clock, so that's the way it goes.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it sucks. I can't wait till this shit's over. Thankfully, Matt's dad Trump is in the lab right now trying to figure out a concoction to get this thing.
I've had a little input on it, man, and we're trying to make sure it doesn't make anybody turn into alien or anything. Make them deformed and stuff. We'll see what happens.
You've had it, right?
Yes, sir. I've had coronavirus. Me and my wife.
You had the growing.
Shout out Erica
right?
Bounds. I know she's watching.
Yeah, shout out to Erica Bounds.
Love you, babe.
You should have come. I invited you, but you didn't show up, which is whatever.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, the coronavirus. That was fun.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff done. You got a home studio, right?
I do, man. Actually, it's kind of weird how it worked out. I've been trying to assemble one for the course of the last year, and right when I got everything together, my wife got the coronavirus, and I was quarantined for work, and then I got it. And through that month and a half of being off of work, I learned everything. I delved in and learned everything I could about Logic Pro X and started recording songs and making beats and, you know, plugging into guitar sims, and I love it, man. I'm hooked on it. I wanna do it a lot more. It's fun stuff, man.
Now, when you were quarantined, did you have to stay in your room, like nobody talked to you, or what?
No, well,
That's a little room.
because I was yeah, I mean, I spent many hours in it, sometimes 12 hours a day, learning everything I could. But yeah, man, we you know, Erica was quarantined in her room, and I just took care of her, cooked her food, did whatever she needed me to do, and between that, I'd go sit in the studio. And I still got it. So, but you know,
Get on that Logic Pro X, make them beats.
I love it, man. I love it. Yes, sir. I got a couple trying to come out.
I got a question, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Since you are sounding like you're well versed in something that I'm very interested in getting into.
What's that?
Effects. And plugins that respond to effects as if the plugin was a preamp sim.
A preamp sim.
Right. So my idea is I want to run effects, and I want to run them directly into an interface.
Right.
And I want to have a preamp sim that, you know, is simulating some kind of tube you know, model that will respond to the effects like a
and warm
like
up the effects is what you're saying?
like an amp head would.
And plug it into a snare drum.
Yeah, man.
There you
do
go.
that. You know, I haven't got that deep with it, but
yeah,
you know, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, because we run direct in, and like Phil over here with his $1 million equipment.
Yeah.
he's got sims for the effects, and he's got sims for the preamps. He's got sims for the amps and for the cabs. You got fucking sims across the board.
Right.
But that's not what I want to cut it off after.
You want to have all
pedal
analog effects, like straight
Right.
stomp boxes, and the only thing you want is the tube warmth to add a little warmth.
Because if you go in direct out of your pedals without bypassing a preamp, you're gonna get like a completely different sound than you would like coming out of the amp head.
Right.
So, any advice on that?
Yeah, man. I haven't gone that deep, dude. Like, I go straight in and use like right now I'm using Amplitude Max, Amplitude 4, and I love it. And I've got some PRS modeling from Waves effects, and
do you feel like the amplitude modeling it responds like like your amp does?
It's they've got it so close, but they're on the verge. They're about to release Amplitude 5, and they have totally revamped all of their their cab IRs, and it's almost indistinguishable, dude. It's fantastic, dude. So look into Amplitude. Shout out. You know,
I didn't ever realize how much a big difference cabs could make until
it really
fucking
makes
with
a huge difference.
Yeah, the cab sims, and you got so many different
choices. It's getting to where,
speakers.
man, you don't need an amp, dude. You can go direct in if you got a quality interface, and dude, and you delve into the plug-in software, dude. It's so much fun, man, and it's fun. You can record just a direct signal, and after the fact to be able to edit, you know, the effects and stuff. It's really fun. You know, you don't have to necessarily get it all dialed in to record it. You can dial it, you know, record whatever you want, and then come back and do it post recording. I love it. So yeah,
the stuff you played us before we got started sounded really good.
Yeah, man, I'm getting there, dude. And that's a very novice recording, and I had a little help from you and
I'm a professional.
Ronnie. Yeah, man, back and forth.
Yeah, Ronnie, say what you want about that guy, Ronnie.
Dude, he's a beast, man.
Yeah, he knows his shit. Like
he's a beast,
put him on the
dude.
station. He's gonna make magic.
I'm telling you,
Holy
man.
shit.
He's got it dialed in, man. Shout out, Ronnie.
I have a question. Mr. Steven.
Yeah.
I'm here. I don't know this story. Story. But tell me how Stereo Hype got started. Like, how did that become a thing?
Oh man, in the years of lore, this was back 98, 99.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Way
it was
back.
a long time ago.
How old were you, sir?
I was 17.
Jeez. I was like 12 or something.
But yeah, it was me chasing Ronnie, and we just decided to, you know, we were learning our instruments and decided to put together a band at the same time. So, you know, kind of fast forward a couple of years, we the funny thing is one of the first bar gigs we ever played was at the old Pat Nick's on Courthouse I don't think you guys ever remember that place.
Yeah, it's before.
It's way before our time.
Hey.
But yeah, it was really funny, and we were all underage, and we had to have our parents there, and you know who we opened for?
Who?
Feed.
Really?
Feed.
Shout out to Feed.
Yeah.
Oh, those genres melded so well together.
Yeah, I still got the shirt.
Feed. I used to play with them in the storage set off of Lorraine.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Love Stories and
Yeah, shout
Down
out to
to
the
None.
storage units. Yeah.
Oh
so-
man, we lived there on the weekends.
So I'm showing, definitely showing my age a little bit, but yeah, that was one of the first gigs that we ever played in a bar. So I figured I'd share that little tidbit of information. That was probably around 2000, 2001.
When you
Wow.
started out, did you guys have the horns,
No,
or it was just the four of you?
it was just the four of us. We started out more as pop punk.
When you say four of you, who's playing bass and
Well, Ronnie was playing bass, and another guy named Michael Mayo from the Bay, and then it kind of morphed a little bit. A couple of years later, that's when we got Scott and Nick in the band, and Nick also played trumpet, so that's how we incorporated the trumpet and had a little bit of a little No Effects vibe going on when we started doing that, and then started renting out the Long Beach Pavilion. Shout out to
yeah,
the magical venue that was one of the coolest places that it was just DIY.
We
on
got
the beach.
cold in December.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Very.
Yeah.
Very cold.
But
yeah.
it was so cool because we had like a really good tight knit network of like punk bands and ska bands from New Orleans, Lafayette, Mobile, and all stops in between. So it was really, really cool to get connected like that. And then once we really kind of hit it a little bit with we added it was after, I'd say it was right after Katrina. That's when we added Tally in the band to play trumpet also.
Oh yeah, he's great.
So that's when we kind of took more of a ska turn for our sound, more just ska punk, and rolled from there.
Was that Ronnie's first band?
Yeah.
Really? How'd y'all know
As far
him?
as I
From
know.
high school or something?
Yeah, we were all in the same high school.
Yeah, so y'all like played spades in the back of the class and stuff, and sold weed to each other.
Well, I mean, we were upstanding students.
I know you were.
Yeah.
I know you were just nerding out on the math homework, right?
Well, maybe not so much math, but there was honors class of '99. Bay High, shout out to the Bay.
yeah. We'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
before Stereo, how did you and like Steven just like jam together? Like y'all are brothers. I mean,
Oh, me and
y'all-
Chase, yeah.
how long did that go on?
Yeah, I mean that was it was just kind of like in the formative years. Like our dad played music, and he jammed with some other guys, and we were playing their studio for a little bit, and that's kind of just
Really?
where we got like I got used to at least playing on a real kit before I got a kit of my own and stuff like that. It was a big. The funny part was I played on this kit, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. It was like an old CB 700 double bass with like big rebel flags painted on the
Nice.
on the
How
bass drum
dare you,
heads.
by the way?
Well,
Makes you want to play some Pantera right off the bat.
The hell outta
man,
here.
some Skinner.
Yeah, or some Skinner.
Oh, bitch, I'm offended.
Oh, Black Betty. No, that's Ram or whatever they're called.
No, because I remember, I didn't know you at the time, but back in the Orange Grove Community Center days,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and the Community Center days,
Oh yeah.
Which one? The Orange Grove Community Center or the VFW?
VFW.
Cedar Grove
Cedar Grove. Oh gosh.
busted that window.
Yeah, the busted window.
We'll talk about that.
Shout out to Lincoln.
But no, I was always intrigued by your snare sound. I said this guy has the best snare sound of any drummer that I've ever heard.
Zibo's got the tone, man. He knows how to.
I
make it
don't
sing.
understand what ska is.
Well,
I don't understand. I don't think I like it. I want to fight these guys. But his snare sound is magical.
Yes.
well, okay. I'll make a side note on that real quick. Like one of my good friends, Jim, he came out to one of our shows, and he saw everybody skanking, the dance, which is basically kind of like skipping in place. But he saw these kids doing it. He's like, "Why is everybody kicking each other in the shin?" I was like, that's a very good analogy there. But no, as far as that snare sound goes, like one of my biggest influences, like playing, was his name's Darren Fiver from Goldfinger, and it was that self-titled album that came out in like '96, I think. And that just the intro, that song "Here in Your Bedroom" is like ba 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 ba. It's just it's a high tune on it.
Yeah.
And then especially Superman, when it came out on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, you know, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just got
Everybody knows that.
It's just got that pop, you know. It's more. It's like almost like an not like an R&B or almost like funk, just like super high pop on it.
Yeah,
know?
because you had a lot of air in that like every time, even now, like there's so much air. Like, and I had you tune my drum, and I thought it was great, and I was really happy with it.
Yeah.
Well, I go to play with my little metal band, and they were like, dude, that's absolutely horrible for what we're doing. Because it's so airy and stuff. Yeah. They
You need a lower for metal.
Do they listen to Lamb of God any? I mean,
no, they listen to like Chevelle.
Gotcha.
It's weird.
Oh, okay.
Lamb of
Well,
God
yeah,
has the pop
you go
too,
for
man.
more. You go. Oh, that's more of a medium,
A middle
medium
ground.
tune, a middle ground.
We'll
but,
talk about it. I'm keeping my
Yeah.
snare sound though.
Oh yeah. But when the snares were tuned like that, to me, because a lot of people don't know this, but I actually started out playing drums before I ever played guitar, and I picked up a guitar, and the rest is history. But when they're tuned like that, it just feels like it has a lot more response, more pop on the snare, and feel like you have more control dynamically.
more crack.
To me, exactly.
Yeah, it
So
gets through.
yeah, I love the pop, man.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's for some people and it's not for some people. That's what I prefer now. In the all-nighters, like my stuff is tuned a little bit more mid-range, especially as of late. And like my latest experiment, and I think I talked with you a little about it, was taking my 14x8 Ludwig Black Magic and setting it up, pretty much trying to recreate the sound of Alex Van Halen.
Yeah.
And so it's like a super, just a super fat, just that's the way I can say it.
What snare are you playing right
sound.
now? Are you playing the? Do you have a Superphonic?
I do. It's a 14x5.
Do you play that
Superphonic.
with all nighters? Do you play
Yeah.
the?
I do play that Superphonic sometimes. It's like a mid-70s model, so I don't try to take it out too much to reduce the wear and tear.
Yeah.
But I have a 14x5 SJC that I play on a lot now.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that from you. I like that.
And then my Ludwig that I have, but my stereo hype snare is my Pearl Eric Singer signature snare from like 10, 12 years ago.
How many snares do you have?
4.
How many drum sets do you have?
2. I have I have a Pearl Master Series from
That's a beast.
I was expecting that number to be
it's
a lot
fine.
higher.
That kit right there. First time he let me play him when we first started jamming together, I was like, oh my god. I'm in hog heaven.
I was prepared for him to say like 4 or 5.
No, I keep it. I try to keep it real a little bit, and then I got that hell of a steal on that Ludwig Centennial Maple.
Oh, the green one. Yeah,
The green sparkle
Ludwig
Can't
one.
beat it.
That's why I did the
Beautiful.
promo green. I was trying to do the green sparkles like your set.
Can't beat it, dude.
dude,
Dude,
it
I
was
love that set.
$400.
$400. I'm
$400.
angry.
I still to this
I
day
didn't
when we're
catch
playing
that.
live, I cannot keep myself from turning around and just looking at the drum set.
I have my
Like,
brother to
love
thank
it.
for that because he found it on Facebook Marketplace. Some guy out of Mandeville was selling it.
Chase, I need you to find me one.
Right.
Is Chase your only sibling?
Yes.
Oh, it's too bad.
Mm. I mean,
Start another band. I don't know. Call it the Pacific Islanders. You know what I mean?
the Pacific Islanders. Yes, yeah, we're both half Filipino.
And I was around when y'all linked up with the mighty Matt Bounds, and I knew that was going to be magical. Holy crap, Matt Bounds is a virtuoso. I taught him everything he knows.
Thanks. You're too kind, Phil. Yeah, for all your instruction.
I taught him to incorporate his pinky.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Phil played a lot of music together as well. Whiskey Tango, Delta Downpour. We did a lot of. That's how I cut my teeth in cover bands. And I really, was never really into the cover band thing. And then we started doing it, and like I found it made me way better of a guitar player and a musician in general. That's why I love it so much. And the sky's the limit. The songs are there. You just got to learn them and put your swing on them and your take on them and have a blast. It's fun.
I feel that love-hate too.
Yeah, man.
With covers. Like
I love playing original music. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing like it.
I don't like playing covers, but when I learn covers, I'll learn a handful, and then you go back to do something original, you feel like way more focused.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Like when we started in the all-nighters, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be cool. I was actually opposed to it first because I was really busy in my life. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but I was like, I'm gonna take a swing at it because I always wanted to play with Steven and Chase because I respected them, and we were never really, really close. We played shows before in the past, but
when you were in Love Stories In, didn't you go on that tour with Stereotype?
no, I did
You
not.
weren't
That
on that
was
tour.
that was either before or
Okay.
after my time.
Yeah, it was.
But
it was back in 2003.
yeah,
that was probably before.
I came in right after that. But yeah, got with those guys, man, and like we started, cutting our teeth. I think our first show was at the Red Zone in Diamond Head, and then when we transitioned over to Glory Bound in the Ocean Springs scene, we were like, okay, this is where it's at. It's magical. Like the whole crowd is just singing and they're into it, and it's like yelling in your face. It's like, oh, this is, yeah, man, love it though. Couldn't have made a better decision, man. I'm super stoked to be with them, and it's a blast playing music with these guys.
Yeah,
every one of them, every one of them's badass at what they do, and we feed off each other. And we make it happen. We feed off the crowd though more than anything.
Well, you're a great fucking guitarist.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. No, man.
That's an understatement.
No, dude. Like, yeah, it's just I go off a feel. I've never been able to read music or stuff and stuff like that. But like I said, that goes back to me starting in the cover bands. That made me way better of a guitar player. Like, it really helped me find my niche, and just being able to improv or improvising solos and stuff. Which a lot of solos we play note for note. Don't get me wrong, but some of them we improv and just go off the feel, man. But yeah, I appreciate that.
You're solid,
Appreciate
man.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Speaking of crowds, large crowds that are responsive, Steve-O, Stereotype.
Yeah.
So coming up, like you were mentioning, like 2004, 2005,
Mhm.
those days, those scene days, playing the community centers.
Yeah.
Stereotype had one of the biggest followings
True
on
that.
the coast.
True
As
that.
far as our little punk scene went, your band, you and your brother's band, always brought a crowd.
Yes.
And then even recently, well, I say recently, it was like last year or the year before that you guys did the reunion show.
Yeah, it was last year.
Last year you packed out Crooked Letter,
Mhm.
which isn't there anymore. But just as a testament to your fan base, I mean, like, holy shit, dude. I mean, like, can you explain that? Because, if me and Phil had a reunion, nobody would be there except maybe like,
I would be there.
our moms.
Oh yeah.
if that. But you guys, I mean, you always brought like, 30 to 50 kids to your shows. And even now when you reunite, how can you explain that dedication? Is that the magic of ska?
I mean, energy, man.
Is that why
Energy.
Phil doesn't understand?
Maybe it could be. I don't know. I mean, it's so danceable. But the thing was there was a lot of just by playing the pop punk that like we did, and then transitioning over to ska too. I mean, it was there's a lot of bands that just kind of that we listened to that were, I guess, a good combination of both. And like bands like Less Than Jake, Goldfinger, even going back to, because I have a super soft spot for Epitaph and Fat Punk, so all that stuff from all those bands, and that was the thing is I think we just hit it. We resonated with a lot of kids at that time who were our age, and we were just I guess kind of in the same vein and just struck a chord with them. We just, and among other things too, we just love to have fun at our shows, and everybody that was there loved to have fun. Whether you're skanking, whether you're a circle pit, whether you're just off in the corner with your arms folded, everybody was still having a good time, as far as I could tell. There was in the early stages, some people mocked us, like any other band. People would say, "Oh, you're not punk enough," or "Oh, you're not, you don't have a cause," or anything like that. Like most punk bands, they'll have something.
Are you referring to the videotape that Phil made when y'all played in Ocean Springs?
I have no. I have
Don't tell
no.
him about that, please.
Which one?
I was a different person.
But honestly, I found it hilarious, and we just kept doing our thing.
A lot of the kids
But-
were from Bay St. Louis.
No, there was a lot from Long Beach. There was a lot from Gulfport, and because we still are. Some of our guys were still in high school. That helped to resonate. Excuse me, with a lot of those kids who were coming to shows. And then once like playing with other bands in New Orleans because we had a really great following.
I remember you. What was it? Was it Fat Albert that you brought over?
Fat and Albert. They were
Fatter Than Albert.
So great. I mean,
I remember you brought them over
phenomenal.
and a couple other bands, but
yeah,
you and your brother, y'all were one brother band doing the pop punk ska, and then there was the Baker Brothers, and they had they were another brother band where they started out with the pop punk, but they kind of progressed more into like a screamo kind of hardcore,
and also the Severson brothers, Nick and Matt.
And that's right. And then there was
and that
Nick,
was another thing
Nick
too,
and Matt,
because like we met
the Science.
Yeah, we hooked up with those guys at Brody Factor.
The Brody Factor. That's right.
Milton when they were first started. I think they're gonna probably Nick or Matt's probably gonna kill me, but they we all had a similar style, and then also hooking up with KFP. Shout out to Sammy. And hooking up with
Sammy didn't have a brother.
I know.
He's brotherless.
Poor guy.
But and that was really cool because we all of us would just throw ourselves on on the same show, and it was really cool because you had people coming from Jackson County, you had people from Harrison County, you had people from Hancock County, and everybody was just all joining together. And then branching up to Hattiesburg when we played with the guys from Platypus Rex. Shout out to them too, because we had a lot of good shows with them, especially at the VFW in Gulfport. And
bunch of bruised shins. Bunch of bruised shins there.
The good old hippo.
Yeah, you guys were one of the most popular pop punk bands on the coast. Like you're saying, like I completely forgot about the dichotomy split, but from the what was it, the letter B, and then they broke into the Brody Factor and Downplay. The Downplay went into becoming the Instant It Ends, and then they became what was it, the thing? I forget. Bend to Fall, and then Brody Factor became the Science. And but you guys always retained just straight stereotype. Like
it was like, well, it was.
You also retained having fucking 50 people at every show.
That's right.
It was just, it was just so funny because we would just tell ourselves, we're like, man, that's such a lame name, but we'll just roll with it.
The music,
just roll with it.
Let the music speak. The name never really matters.
Oh yeah, the name don't mean shit. Yeah.
It doesn't.
No, but those were like I said, such great times. And even the various guys we had in the band, and it really took, like I said, it really took off when we had Tally in the band, and then when Mondo joined the band from Mondo from Blackwater Brass, when he joined the band too as well. That was back in I would say 09, 08, maybe 08, 07. I can't remember, so forgive me, Mondo, but and then that really solidified it because he is a phenomenal trombone player.
Yeah, shout out to Mondo. He just got his bachelor's in music from USM.
Oh, shout out.
Congrats. He just got it the other day or something.
Go ahead, Mondo. Right on, man.
He's a professional now.
Yeah.
But I'm like I said, he going through our horn section, and another formative part of that was when AJ joined our band, AJ Nere on sax, and then he also played guitar as well, and it just really opened things up. And then as well later on, Mr. Emerson Guest as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to comment real quick on how awesome you guys were to play shows with, because you weren't a pop punk band or a punk band or a ska band that was like too good to play with bands that were not of that genre. Because I feel like you're saying, like there was maybe like a handful at any given time of punk bands or pop punk bands on the coast, and that was our options. If there was a touring band coming through that were pop punk or punk, it was like you guys or the Brody Factor or the Baker Brothers and or Sammy before he moved to California. And so maybe like 2 or 3 at the most that to have a local on the show. And you guys were always cool, even if it was like 3 fucking metal bands or 3 fucking hardcore bands. You guys like, fuck yeah, we'll play. And then you bring the most fucking people.
Always had a blast
like
playing with
these
stereo
fucking metal bands that have like 5 people watching.
Yeah.
There's like 10 people watching my band, and then you guys play, and they're like, fuck, 50 kids just show up
kick
from
down
outside.
the door. They kick down the door.
Flannel shirts and tight pants all day.
We're here to kick shins.
Kick shins.
Shit.
Checkerboard suspenders and whatever. But
love it.
That was really cool, because, there was other bands that, gave us a chance to play with them when we were just first starting out.
You brought the diversity.
Yeah. and that was the thing too, because I mean we my brother, when he was writing the songs, he still wanted to write stuff that was very, very guitar driven, and because I mean I'll praise my brother on that. He's a riff master, and I'll say that too. He's one of the greatest rhythm players ever. But and his leads are great too as well, and that's why we have such a good dynamic in the all-nighters between
Absolutely.
Chase and Matt.
Dude, once we started getting down on the dual guitar solos, I was like, okay, we got something locked in here. And I was like, okay, this is going to work for sure.
When y'all play that, help me out here. When y'all play that
like
Prince song.
Ooh, oh, yeah.
And you hit that solo.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite solos to play, actually.
I almost got arrested, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you one of mine.
I think some people have conceived children at a couple of our shows from what we were told, and I think that was because of Purple Rain, honestly. I think that's the one that did
Purple Rain, that's it.
Yeah, people have conceived children after all-nighter shows. So beware. The all-nighters will put you in the mood.
Spread the love, baby.
Fuck yeah, I had a butt baby after y'all show one time. Shout out to Marcus Trubitich. He wants to know, when's the new Stereo Hype record coming out? When are we doing this?
Oh gosh, Marcus.
Yeah,
Marcus.
Shout out to Marcus.
What up, Marcus?
They're actually in Texas, coming back from a show or going to a show. I don't know.
They're tuning in.
Yeah, they're playing.
What's up, Mo Giles?
Yeah, they played some show in their underwear or something over there. There's a bunch of people over there.
It sounds like a Texas thing.
Yeah, it's what they do over there. It's weird. They wear cowboy hats and big belt buckles.
Over there in Tyler, Texas, the city of roses.
They wear them tight Daisy Duke, them Dukes of Hazzard shorts.
You gotta have the Copenhagen cut out in the back pocket, dude.
Yeah, look, when you take the Copenhagen, don't do that.
You gotta do it with your finger, dude.
You gotta do it with the finger.
With your finger.
I'm sorry. Show them, Matt.
Yeah, it's like this. I don't have a can, man, but
we're getting kicked off the internet. We're not gonna.
I used to put a little dip in my lip, man, back in them days.
We don't talk like that.
Some chow. But to answer Marcus's question, who knows, man? There's always banter about a reunion here, a reunion there, but like. Honestly, it kind of stinks right now because there's not really a place to hold a reunion.
But if you were asked and the situation was right, you can make it happen.
Oh, they
know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Okay. Well,
I think that's amazing that like even now today, like everyone would be on board to do it.
And then all the people that used to come out would be there.
It's like when you start thinking about
the
fuckers you've played with in the past, and you're like, oh, like, I don't know if I would want to do that again.
Nah.
But you guys are like, fuck yeah, set it up. We'll play tomorrow.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's really good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
Let's get a little bit into drum technique influences. Maybe like 2 or 3 drummers that you pull from that kind of like you lend to your style.
Yeah, I would say early on. I mean, the reason why I played drums, and don't clown on me, but the reason why I even got into drums in the first place,
Don't say it.
I saw the video for one.
That's a good video.
And I saw Lars Ulrich's White Tama double bass Imperial Star and or Superstar, whatever it is. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna play drums. But I had to fast forward a couple years later. But as far as influences go, because I listened to a lot of Led Zeppelin growing up because my dad, that's how he had on his record player. So Bonham, of course, was one of my influences.
Legend.
I've always seen you as a really great punk drummer.
But I'll get to that in a second. And then a lot of the stuff that I listened to, once I got into punk, like Josh Freese from the Vandals, I would say, like I said, Darren Pfeiffer from Goldfinger, Byron from Pennywise, and then just a lot of those guys are kind of in the same vein. And then through the guys in the Brody Factor, their drummer Foo, he introduced me to Strung Out, and then that's when I heard Jordan Burns from Strung Out. My mind was blown because he's phenomenal. And then that's kind of where I went. And then now guys that I like to listen to a lot. Phil turned me on to Alex Rudinger.
I love Alex.
I was always surprised that you and the Stereo Hype and the Brody Factor didn't do more. Like y'all didn't do like a split release, or that you didn't go on tour together, because it made sense. It made sense for the two of you to complement each other.
It really did. I think a lot of those guys went on to college and pursued successful careers.
Yeah, I think Matt has like 4 or 5 degrees now. He's like teaching weather, meteorology, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whether it's
He can predict meteorites, something like that.
great degrees.
I don't know.
or,
He's
you
got like 2 PhDs or something.
Great chefs like Alex over there in Ocean Springs. But as far as like who I draw from now, I said like Alex Rudinger's great. There's
Brand
Bran from Mastodon.
yeah man, come on.
Chase said Travis Barker's your biggest influence. Is that true?
I like flailing my arms around. No, Travis is he's
He survived a plane crash.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But
it's a very big deal.
but also even just branching out to like I listen to a lot of. I still can't get it down, but the old Purdy Shuffle from Bernard Purdy, great
I
funk
hate
drummer.
that beat. Yeah.
And just it's but there's I listen to a very eclectic mix of stuff now, and I'm really all about more so about pocket drumming than anything else.
That's what Gary
Dude,
was
that's
saying
what I
last
was
week.
wanting to say. I wanted to mention that while we're on here. That's another thing that really turned me on playing with the all-nighters. Steven, I play with a bunch of drummers, including Phil, and everybody knows Phil's a beast when it comes to playing metal.
Say it
and
again.
Phil. I'll repeat myself here in a little while, but anyways, even in cover bands, he did phenomenal. But when we got with Steven, I was like, this dude is the epitome of pocket.
He's a metronome.
drumming.
So
No,
not a
he's solid.
metronome.
No, he's solid, man. I mean, and he can make it rip when he wants to, but he's more focused on carrying the band and just being a solid ass drummer, dude. And we couldn't ask for a better drummer, dude. I love it.
So for those that are listening that don't know what you're talking about when you say pocket drumming, can you explain it a little bit? Like,
You want me to elaborate, Steve-O, or you want to elaborate? Because he's the true drummer. Let him elaborate.
To me, it's just really just locking in to the beat and feeling the song. 'Cause, you could play on top of the song and be, 100%.
would you say it's like more like holding back and not being real fancy?
You
holding
can,
back.
You can be fancy with it.
You can still put flair on pocket drumming, but
it's just,
getting too out there is going to take you out of the pocket every time, unless you're just like some magical beast.
and that comes with I guess it comes with age, because you
want to show off when you're younger, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, everybody does.
I'm super humble. I'll be the first to say I do not have chops. I don't have chops.
I'm the same way. People tell me that I'm an amazing guitarist. Now I'm not. People tell me that all the time. I'm like, dude, I could be way the fuck better.
Dude,
Like
y'all
I
are
don't
doing
think.
it all wrong, bro. Take it, bro.
Yeah.
Put out your own
Yeah,
image
man.
like me. Just tell everybody you're
Right.
the best.
There's always room for improvement, man. That's my mentality. You
Fuck
can always
that.
be better.
I would say, to further elaborate, I think what it means for me to pocket drum is just, having a strong right foot and, a good backbeat on your snare. No matter what you're playing, just lock into it.
Yep, locked in.
Even if you're just, because some drummers are even just a touch off, like Phil Rowe from AC/DC. He's on, but the way he plays, it's just like
It's got that little
driving.
swing to it.
driving, yeah.
That little bit of just throwing it off a little bit to make it feel more human, less robotic. I guess.
less robotic. I would say. And there's no, but at the same time, some of the drummers I admire the most play like a freaking robot.
Oh yeah.
So it's just a wide spectrum. It's just what I like to bring to the table, and I think that's just what came naturally to me, is to play in that style.
For you, are you listening more to the bass or more to the guitar on where the pocket is?
I guess it really kind of depends on the song. Some songs,
Depends on the groove.
It depends on the groove. I'll be in the bass, or some songs, you kind of got to lock in with the guitar and vocals, so you're not playing over.
Yeah, because do you practice to a metronome at all?
Yes, now, but for many years I didn't, and it was fairly obvious.
Well, like you say now, like how recently?
Like last week.
Holy shit! Because dude, I mean, I've been to probably more shows than you have of the all nighters.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've been to a lot of them.
Yeah, Phil's been a big supporter.
I like to people watch.
Oh yeah,
I like to sit there. With
you will
my
see
cranberry
some
vodka.
folks at the all nighter show.
Yeah,
Let me
I wear
damn
the
guarantee
nice
you.
shirts. Anyway, well, I watch you and I'm like, because it's so hard in a live setting to play drums, especially for a cover band, in time.
Yeah.
In good time, to where you're not rushing, speeding up, slowing down,
And
all
that's
this
where
shit.
Steve-O shines.
Because I'm an emotional.
You go off of vibes.
And my vibes is 100,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to keep time if I'm not on a click or something. But he plays,
and I think
so relaxed
Right.
and just like.
And I think a
to a
lot of
nice
other
groove.
musicians, like the guitar players, the bassists, even the vocalists, sometimes they're emotional too. And it's very paramount to have a pocket drummer in those situations. And Steven carries us through every time, man. No doubt.
Oh gosh, you're making me blush, Matt.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's see
that's
his-
the whiskey or the Bud
Oh,
Light,
shit.
boy. You're good.
But and I will expand a little bit too. Like a lot of my playing is based on dynamics as well too. You can really drive the beat. You can lay off it. Playing on your hi-hats, letting it wash just a tiny bit, or keeping it closed. It's certain things like that. When I listen to a song, especially like some of these, like cover tunes and things like that, I try to really listen to some of just the subtle nuances that make, to me, what make the drum track the drum track. Not some, of course, getting the basic, the basic beat down, but really, tuning into the dynamics of it. And I actually, I have a funny story about that. Like, because I used to just bash all the way when I was, a lot younger. One of the guys who told me to slow it down and focus on my dynamics, and it just really resonated with me because, and Chase can probably vouch for this too, is like, we played the upstairs downstairs when it was still up one time before, and Nick Mattina grabbed me aside and he said, "Man, you gotta focus on your dynamics, brother." And I was like, okay. And I really, I was young. I was like 21, 22, and I was like, okay, whatever. But then, I really got to start listening how, okay, lay into it here, back off here, that kind of stuff. You don't have to be balls to the wall.
And I've noticed the progression even since I started playing with you in the all-nighters. Like, when we started out, you were solid, pocket drumming from back then, but I've noticed a backing off to more of a dynamic style as we've been doing it more and more.
Yeah.
And I could say the same for myself, because when I used to play in Whiskey Tango, Delta Downpour, I was all leady. We'd play 18 measures with me playing solos, just improvising. And when I got with the all-nighters, it dialed me back, and I was like, okay. And most people do not want to hear all that unless you're a musician, that doesn't appeal to the average person who goes out to the bar. And we started dialing it back in, playing, solos note for note, or just, dialing it back a little bit. And yeah, man, that's where cover band really, if you really dial into it, it helps you become a lot better at your craft, I think.
It sounds like what you're talking about is overplaying.
Yeah, I used to be the world's worst in Whiskey Tango. You can ask Phil. And we had fun, don't get me wrong. And I learned, to rip up my chops back then. But,
in regards to pocket playing,
yes,
you're not overplaying, you're not underplaying, you're playing the right amount with everyone else on the same page.
Yeah, and you'll find, in the cover band world, I would say the average listener, a lot of people whoa, they're doing a guitar solo, or they're hitting it note for note, or doing the dual leads. But most of the people in that crowd, they could care less. They couldn't care less about the solos. They want to hear something dancey or something really simple
Something
and
they
that
can sing
just
along
makes
to.
them dance to. Exactly. So yeah, right, Steve-O?
Oh, I agree 100%.
Yeah, I've seen your shows. Them girls get all drunk out there. Y'all hit that Purple Rain, and something special happens.
And that's another thing we've kind of implemented a little bit of a hip hop, throwback hip hop songs. And I'm gonna be honest, when we first started doing this, and they were throwing out some suggestions for regulators, or some of the songs we play, Big Pop, and I'm like, is this gonna work? I don't know. And
Hey, when y'all hit that
When we
rap
do
shit,
it-
them rap medleys, woo!
and I got a little Keynon pedal that kind of emulates a old
Man.
electronic keyboard with my guitar, and we we honed in on it, and I was like, wow, people are digging this. So that's another thing that I think sets us a little bit. I'm not saying other bands don't do that, but yeah, it kind of sets us apart in our diversity.
Absolutely, you got to do stuff like that because I'm telling you, man, these 35, 40, I mean, because let's be honest with who's at your shows. Let's be honest with who's at DMBs and Glory Bounds and places like this.
Divorcees. No, I'm joking.
Let's calm down. It's 35, 40.
Or future divorcees.
Your old women that have, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
When they hear this 90s Dr. Dre and little Snoop Dogg stuff, they want to get lit up because that was everything when they were 16.
Yeah. And that's part of the part of the appeal because
I would say some Gold Digger by old
Gold
Kanye.
Digger. Oh yeah. And that's part of the appeal, we don't, a lot of cover bands just want to appeal to one or want to play one genre or only do great in one style of music or classic rock or whatever you have, country or whatever. And we try to play a little bit of everything to keep all the people that would normally walk out there. And sell more alcohol because let's be honest, we're there to sell alcohol.
Absolutely.
That's how we make our money and that's how people have a good time.
Well, you don't want to look at it like that.
I mean, I know we're there to have a great time and give somebody a great Friday or Saturday night. Don't get me wrong. But in a business standpoint, we're there to sell alcohol.
That's why Phil comes out every time.
That's right. Yeah, and we always make a killing when Phil comes out.
We'll talk about
we get tips every time he comes out. I think he's got a problem. I mean, I love you, Phil. I just,
I have $18,000 worth of shirts in my closet right now.
Yes, you got more than an alcohol problem then, is what you're saying. Oh, shit. But yeah, man. So
dude, I can't even freaking concentrate on what you're saying right now.
Because the flannel?
No, because of your hair.
Hair?
It's this salt and pepper is just
I love it,
something.
man.
It's doing something to my hormones. I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
I feel weird about it.
Yeah.
I want to change it. Dude,
stop looking at me like that.
I swear
sir.
to God, I'm about to risk it all, dude. I'm about to risk it all. I'm about to throw everything I've worked for in the trash right now.
Wait till Erica stops watching before you make a move on me, sir.
You and Marcus Tributich got this hair thing going on that does something to me.
I'll tell you what, man. I used to try to dye it when I was younger. I've been having gray hair patches since I was probably 17, 18. And it got to the point where I like my salt and pepper. I'm repping. Yeah, I dig it, man.
Dude, if you got some Just for Men, I'd fight you.
Yeah, just keep the salt and pepper, man.
Salt and pepper all day, baby. I'm repping.
This is more distinguished.
And my baby loves it too. She was kind of, she was into it. She wasn't into it at first, but she's like, you know what? I like that on you. So,
all right, calm down.
Yeah,
I think it's time.
Is it time?
It's time.
It's time for you guys to man your positions.
All right.
Bring your headphones with you. Let's get this going, dude.
All right, this is all. This is going to be a lot of improv. I'm just jamming out, and Steven's going to show you his chops, and I'm going to try my best not to overdo it. Not that I can.
I'll do my best.
I feel good about it. We're gonna move some things around here, boys. Oh yeah. Let me mute that for you so we don't. So anyway, if you share this episode, you get one of these 5. We got about 5,000 of these koozies. I'm out and about all the time. So I'm in the clubs. I'm in the bars. I'm drinking screwball whiskey with my boys in my underwear and our tank tops. We dance around. And just hit me up. We'll give you a koozie, a free koozie. We got we got stickers. Everything we do is high level to a T. Hang on. We got some big time shows coming up. Big time drummers. We're about to start doing guitar players, bass players, singers. We're about to start doing the whole thing. We don't give a damn, dude. Who is commenting on my stuff? No, the chat isn't giving me any questions, and it's upsetting me.
No, because I'm I'm super boring, so nobody cares about that.
Hey, Steven.
Check.
Lower that mic, because I don't like you looking up at it.
I was trying to do my best for a Lemmy impression on this.
Okay. You look good, by the way.
I am wearing the Motorhead shirt. I
look
appreciate
good,
it.
by the way. Let's.
Steven must work out.
He does work out
slightly.
He works out by himself.
I pick things up and I put them back down.
Hey, Steven, real quick, what kind of bike are you riding these days?
It's a specialized role. That's the series. The brand is specialized.
So like a
series role.
$10,000 situation.
No, it's just it's a good recreational bike.
'Cause I'm thinking about getting a Trek. I've been saying that for 10
Do it,
years.
man. Do it.
Yeah. I
Do
feel like I'd look good on a Trek.
I think you would too.
I just don't like those narrow seats. It makes me feel funny.
Well, yeah, I don't wear padded. I don't wear padded spandex.
That's weird.
I have a fat seat, so.
Do you
I'm
wear
good.
the aerodynamic helmet?
So yeah. I mean, I gotta protect my head.
Okay.
I mean, it's you always gotta watch out for everybody else.
I'm gonna dial in this double drum cam here real
All
quick.
right, that sounds
Hey,
good.
let's do a mic.
Yeah, we're gonna do a mic check. Oh, it looks good.
So you want to do like a generic blues rock riff
Yeah, I think so. I guess it really depends on how Phil wants to steer the ship
check,
on
check,
that.
Check. This is Phil's mic. This is Phil's mic. Test, test, test. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Test, test, test. This is Phil's mic. This is Phil's mic. This is drum set 1. Drum set 1.
Okay, you're good.
Sounds good. I like it. I like it.
Sweet.
Holy cow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So what you want us to hit on, Phil? You want us to hit the riff? You want to hit like some of my just favorite like go-to things?
Yeah, hit your favorite go-to beats there, and then have Matthew No Bounds Bounds walk with you on the guitar there.
All right. Well, there's a lot of
It's Matt out of bounds now.
Matt
I'm
out
sorry.
of bounds.
I thought it was No Bounds.
No, that's fine. We'll go with out of.
I apologize.
Well, I'll throw it back a little bit. There's a lot of talk about stereo hype and things like that, and a lot of punk bands that I like to grow up with or that I grew up with and love to listen to. So, one of them I don't really know the technicality of the beat, but it's more like it involves kind of like a triplet on the bass drum and double time on the snare, which you hear in a lot of like punk songs. So it was like a lot of stuff I did in stereo hype. When we really wanted to throw it down was like a little something like this, I guess. It was like.
Okay.
And it's I a lot of metal bands kind of do it with double bass as well.
Yeah.
I do it with just just a single triplets on it. Yeah. So that's I love just fooling around with that, and you'll hear me fooling around with it at shows every once in a while.
What's like some go-to fills for you?
Now you're really putting me on a spot because, like I said, I don't have chops. But some go-to fills like I really like in when we played LaGrange, Frank Beard in LaGrange, he does that right after the verse, he goes into the solo, and it's like a
There you go.
Here we go. I cheat that one, and I'll be the first to say I cheat it because there's more of Frank Beard actually plays it with like a more of a shuffle beat with his left hand on the snare drum, and it's like I can't do it. I'll be the first to say I can't do it.
No ghost notes.
Yeah.
Gary was talking about.
Yeah.
I love ghost notes.
Y'all want to go into a full jam here? And just,
yeah. Can you
just-
demonstrate some like beats that like you prefer, like some of your favorite beats that you like to
Well, it's kind of
jump
hard.
into?
It's kind of hard because, like, you know, when you're playing a cover band, I like to play the stuff faithfully to the original, you know. So I don't think it really calls for me to do a whole lot of improv.
But like when you're at home,
But when I'm at
drumming,
home, when I'm at home, you know, it's like there's a couple of things I like to do. I mean, just fooling around.
there you go. So I didn't get to ask you this when you're at the table, but since you're behind the kit now, what is some of the more difficult songs, beats that you've had to perform?
And this could be cover or
this could be
stereotype
anything.
stuff, whatever you
Originals.
Like what's hard? What's your like weak spots? Let's talk about the weak spots.
I mean, I'm full of weak spots, and any
Ah!
experienced drummer will tell you I'm full of weak spots. I'm like super humble about it.
We're all human, man.
Yeah, what's been some of the more challenging song structures, beats you've had to
Believe it or
perform?
not, you know, playing "Don't Stop Believing" the right way, you know,
Oh yeah,
I forget it's Steve Smith,
yeah.
the original, Journey drummer. You know, it's hard. Let me see if I can do it on here. Sorry, I'm a little inexperienced on electronic kit, so I like, you talk about dynamics and things like that. I'll talk about more about, like, I like to do a lot of cross sticking, but anyway, back to the matter at hand.
Play a little Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah, we'll just,
I'm not gonna play the solo or nothing like that.
I mean, we don't own the rights to any of these songs, so let's just be the first to say that.
Right. All right, I got the little chorus on.
All right. I don't want to butcher it too much.
Nice. Okay, so the kind of rounding out here, like you're just fun shit that you like to. I know you said those earlier when you're at home. That's kind of like what you do at home, preferably, but just like having fun, like not hard, not difficult, not easy, just like.
The thing is too, it's like, listening to a lot of ska, like ska and reggae type stuff. I do a lot of cross sticks on the snare drum. Of course, I can't do it on, I can't do it on electronic drum set, but it's, just playing those is.
There is an option for cross sticks on the module, but I don't think it's enabled.
a little something like that. I really that's one of the things I love to just kind of relax and play. It's more like reggae and island beats and things like that. That's kind of been like my therapy a little bit, I guess. Especially just with just playing different different tunes and things like that.
Now that we got
Somebody's volume's up. Somebody's volume's up on the phone.
that was yours, Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now that we got Kron in the house, can we get a little back and forth between the two of you? Maybe Steve-O goes for 15 or 20 seconds, and then we hand it off to Phil, and y'all. Let's see what happens.
I want to, before we start, I want to apologize about my shirt. This shirt is suffocating me.
Dude, it's sexy.
Do you like it?
It's sexy.
Thank you.
I mean, wear those mediums. Rock the medium.
It's a problem.
Rock the medium.
Hey Matt, should I just take it off?
I didn't say all that.
No.
I mean, you feel the need.
This is a family show.
Yeah, it's a little nippy out here. Let's get let little Steven walk with you on the cymbals there. A little splash around there. Little 4/4. Keep it clean. Don't freak out.
No metal licks here.
All right, let's see what I can cook up here.
All right, man.
Hey, good stuff.
God damn!
Noise.
Holy shit! What happened to the trading back and forth?
We were.
That's what happens when you feel it, man.
out the window.
Yeah. It's like fuck you. We're fucking playing the whole fucking time. We're not fucking doing nothing.
Hey, we laid back. You know.
Hey, Matthew, can we let's do this. You got like 1,905 pedals down here.
No, it's
Let's
1,899.
let's calm down.
He's the shoegaze master.
Let's calm down
I gotta get the tones for the songs, baby.
and tune that up and let's take it easy, right? Let's let you and Steven.
I wish I had my looper, man.
Let's
That's
let.
the only thing I'm missing.
We're not talking about that. Let's let you and Steven calm down and do. Give me some.
Hey, man, I was feeling that, so
give
I
me
don't
some
care.
clean. Give me some clean. You know, if I'm sitting by a river with my fishing pole, you know what I mean.
I was gonna say, Phil. So what Matt just did, that was pretty heavy there towards the end.
Right.
I mean, that was like pretty much right up your alley. I was gonna say, Matt, could you play something that's like more up Steve-O's alley?
Yeah, man.
And-
It's gonna be improv, but yeah, all day long, man. You know,
Yeah,
do a
well,
little everything.
Let's just like why don't you play that original riff you were working on, man?
Yeah,
And we'll just walk.
This isn't yeah. If anybody's interested in the original song we're working on, we're not gonna do the vocals or anything, but yeah, this is kind of an idea we got together. People have been requesting original material, so we're trying to get out there and do some stuff. So we'll do that one again for you.
I'll watch.
All good.
making me thirsty.
Yes, I'm getting thirsty too.
that chicken fried.
Oh yeah, you want to do that one?
No, just that in. So yeah, that's some good jamming there. That was some good jamming, Matt.
That's fun, man.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I'm looking forward to working on that song with you guys.
Yeah, and it's like I said, there's parts on there that I wanted to arrange, but like I said, it's more like cross sticking and incorporate more like a reggae backbeat into it.
You guys got to put your feel on it, man. That was just something I threw
Yeah.
together, so, it's a good backbone to start with. Bill,
You're doing a good job, Matt. By the way,
I'm doing okay.
I know you were nervous before you got in here.
I'm not blowing. Yeah, this is my first podcast,
By the way, we're about to go exclusively to the Kron Studio page and our YouTube page. So if you would, there's a lot of people watching that haven't liked the page yet or followed it. So if you could do that, that would get our numbers up so we can get sponsors. And we need sponsors because alcohol is expensive.
Yeah, Phil needs some sponsors.
I need sponsors bad. We're probably going to get sponsored by redflannel.com after this.
Just throw me a couple per year.
Or since Steve is here, we're probably going to get sponsored by sweetboys.com. So that'd be a good one because
No, that was your shirt, buddy. That was your shirt that attracted them.
Yeah, you're probably right. This shirt, I had to walk away because I had to stretch it out real quick. It's suffocating my body, like it's like a vacuum. Let's do some back and forth jammage on this one, Mike.
Yeah,
Let's,
All right, once you lead off, Phil. No.
hey, can we get some clean guitar? Do you have that button on there?
Yeah.
I had a suggestion.
Yeah, let's do.
What I'd like to hear is I'd like to hear your preferred styles. So like let Matt just play a riff and then let Steve-O, like Phil, you don't play. Let Steve-O play the way that he wants to play for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Then Steve-O, you stop, and then Phil, whatever metal preference of playing, you go.
For the same guitar part.
For the same, if he's playing a classic rock riff, let him play classic rock, but play your metal, and that way we can hear the two different styles back and forth.
There you go.
So you want clean?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you feel good about. Whatever those birds on the fretboard are telling you to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey guys, let's put birds on the fretboard. That'd be a great idea.
You don't want to hear what them birds are saying.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
Tweet, tweedly deet.
30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds each. 3 rounds.
2,
You go first.
3,
All right.
4.
I'm running a timer. I'll let you know. All right, Phil, let's hear it. All right, Steve-O, let's hear it. It Here we go, Phil. Yeah, man, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up, Matt. Yeah, everybody, everybody, everybody. God damn!
Nice.
Oh man.
I'm about to take this fucking flannel off, baby.
Holy cow!
I don't ever do that.
That was nice. That
All
was
right,
nice.
if I could stop hitting my sticks against
We
everything.
finally got it.
That was good.
All right, can we go one? If you're not too tired, can we just go one more round? And this time, just let Matt solo the shit out of the guitar.
The only bad part about it is it's nothing without backing, but I'll do
Oh, what are you talking about? You got two of the best drummers on the coast here. That's all you need.
Top five right here.
Bass guitar. But hey, yeah, man, let's do it. I'm not that great, but we'll make it happen.
Nowhere near top 5.
I just
am
want to hear
nowhere
some of
near.
that sweet matted bounds and the Mississippi sounds.
All right, you ready?
Let them nuts hang, bro.
You want me to play Eruption? No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Holy shit! Let's get back to the fucking table. Oh my
Let's
god!
get back to the table. Holy shit.
That was fun.
Extremely fun.
I need a fucking cigarette now.
That's going on smug break.
Yeah, bring your headphones.
That was like a-
this on
That
standby.
was like a David Lee Roth, like.
That's what I was going for, just for you, Steve. All right.
Hey, you guys, notably Phil Crown. No, you guys did a great job, by the way. And I know it's hard playing on that electronic kit, especially if you're not used to it.
Well, yeah, it's
I mean, it's weird. It's different.
the thing is, you get used to muscle memory where certain things are, and
Yeah.
of course, like me flubbing all over the place and hit my sticks, but whatever.
Can we get you boys a drink? Like you guys?
Well, I've got my Sunkist over there on the floor.
Yeah, you
Matt.
drinking the Sunkist?
Yeah, I'm drinking a
That's kind
Sunkist.
of weird.
No, it's not, because it's the greatest orange drink of all
Okay.
time.
I mean, we're I got a full bar behind me, by the way. I don't know if you guys realize that.
Yeah, I see that. Well, I got a long drive back to Diamond Head, so
yeah,
you know.
that's true. Yeah, we don't want to do that. You
Yeah.
got to go to work. Tomorrow's Monday. You're a working man.
Yeah.
Is that true? And I know Mighty Matt Bounds, you got to get up at what, 2 a.m., 3 a.m.?
Yeah, average 2, 3 a.m.
Holy shit,
Something
dude.
like that. It'll be all right.
No, I got my Sunkist over there on the ground, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Prior to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Opie Hughes told me to yell Zeus at Steven. So, Zeus! Whatever that means. I don't know
Oh
what that
gosh,
means.
Opie said that.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Oh, that's just a running joke, because like in my stereo hype days, he was like, you look like Zeus sitting behind your massive drum set over there. So
That's a sweet compliment.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever said that
it was
to
like,
me.
yeah, I guess I'll just bring the thunder, bring.
I've been
lightning.
told I look like an idiot. You know what I mean?
Well, who said that? They don't know. They don't know.
Ex-girlfriend. We'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, speaking of stereotype days, you said you had some stories you would love to tell. I was wondering if we could hear a couple stories.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of good stories. We were on tour in 2010.
This isn't the Love Story Ends
No,
tour.
no,
This is
but
after.
I do have a funny one about
What
that
year
one.
was that when you went on tour with Love Stories End?
That was 2003.
Okay, so this is 7 years later.
Yeah. All right, I'll start with the.
Was this is the second tour you guys went on?
I mean, we had done just like road. I call them road trips. Some people call them tours, but I call them road trips. If I go to Florida, it's a road trip.
What in your mind? What qualified as a tour?
More than 10 dates.
More than 10. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm stupid like that. I don't know.
hey, different definitions for everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I just if I was going in the tri-state area, I wouldn't call it a tour. I would just say, okay, this is a weekender, weekender jam or something like that. But anyway,
yeah, I was gonna say if you're playing like 2 or 3 dates in the week on a weekend, like consecutively, is that a mini tour?
No, not to me.
Really? Okay.
I mean,
Damn.
yeah, I whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm just I don't know. That's just me, and I'm probably wrong.
Is this going to be a crazy story from 2010?
No, it's a fun story.
Okay.
We were playing up in Syracuse, New York. The venue was called Funk and Waffles, and it was a record store that doubled over as a waffle small diner. It was right outside of Syracuse University. So we played there, and the funny thing is, they called it the Ska Prom, and we dressed up in the most ridiculous attire for this show, and it was so worth it. Like I went to Goodwill, I bought some plaid pants, a 70s butterfly collar, like pastel yellow shirt, and like this weird like I don't even know how to describe the fabric, but it was in like navy blue. I looked like I was straight out of Caddyshack or something.
Oh my
I don't know.
god,
It was
I
pretty,
love it.
It was
I love it
pretty-
already.
It was pretty awesome. But like I said, the place was called Funk and Waffles, and it was one of the best waffles I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah. So okay, here's a funny one. Everybody. I apologize if it's a little crude to some of the listeners, but there was an upper decker that was had for real.
What's that mean?
Upper decker.
I don't know what that means.
You don't?
Nope. You poop in the back of the toilet?
Yeah, in the tank.
Who? I've never heard that in my life, dude.
So when you flush, it comes down.
Who did that?
Upper decker. That's new to me.
What terrible human did that?
That was our roadie, Chris, and we did that either in Ohio or Chicago. I can't remember. So it might have been a Chicago.
You had a
statement.
roadie? What kind of budget did you have?
Oh, that was a merch man.
That's a
So-
roadie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He just
Merch
came. He
man?
came along for the hell of it,
Is that what you called him, a merch man?
or just somebody
It's
roadie
weird.
/ merch table, whatever. Because we actually had a merch table, so
Mm.
we had to have somebody man it, I guess.
Mm.
But yeah, that was one of my funny stories, I guess, if you could call it funny story. That we actually somebody actually did pull off the upper decker. Another
Classic stereo hype.
another one. Nick had the number of a porn star one time, and that was hilarious.
Did she show up?
No, but she texted him, and he, that was.
Does it count? Does it count if it's only a text? It doesn't count unless she shows up, right? To the
Right.
show.
Yeah, we were in Knoxville.
Old Nick.
We were staying at a friend of ours. They were called the Hits, and shout out to Jordan if he's watching. But yeah, we had some really fun times there. Got the cops called on us at a house show, and the cops showed up, and we were like, "Oh, we can't leave the basement," and all this other stuff. But that was pretty funny.
Was that your most fun show that you've ever played on tour?
Let's see. Sorry, man, my eye is like burning for some reason. That's really embarrassing. So
I saw you got sun-kissed in it.
I know it's
Did
probably
you get
so.
sun kissed in your eye?
I guess so.
You're not supposed to look into the sun-kissed.
No, but I'm sorry. What was the question again? I got sidetracked.
Your most favorite show from your tours?
Oh, most favorite show from the tours. We played outside of Detroit. It was a ska show there, and this place was like, it was a 2-story place, but every time the kids jumped because it was so packed, like you could feel the floor flex, and we thought that building was going to come down any time. And anytime we played over at the old Cypress Hall / High Ground over in
Yeah.
Metairie.
Oh yeah.
Cypress.
Golly, that place. There were some throwdowns there back in the day. Those were some of our favorite shows.
I saw BT Bam at that place, man. Colors. Right after Colors came out, it was legit, man. I met them all
at
there.
the Cypress?
They were loading their gear through the crowd back when they weren't like a huge deal. Yeah, man, that was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I met those guys several times. All gents and scholars, dude. Those guys, I
Yeah.
love them. One of my favorite bands for sure.
I was gonna say another good show was when we opened CPR Fest in 2008 inside the Coliseum. That was
What was that like?
intimidating because I'm sitting there on stage, hitting the bass drum sound check, and then they hit the main lights that shine on the crowd, and only like a quarter of the crowd was in there.
Right.
But, the whole floor was kind of starting to just fill up, and I was like, "Don't drop a stick! Don't drop a stick!"
Wait. What year was this?
Like 08, I think.
Oh, okay.
Who was
okay.
headlining? That's how I remember.
POD.
Was it raining?
Ooh, that was back when they were hot. Satellite.
Oh, yeah, Love borrowed my 18-inch A custom symbol for that.
Who was
show.
that?
The drummer for POD.
Oh, that little little squirrely guy.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
What you mean?
How'd you guys get the gig?
Yeah, it was like I think it was a battle of the bands type thing.
That's interesting. Me and Matthew
Yes.
played a show with POD.
Yeah, we opened up their Uproar Fest, and it was a Battle of the Bands thing as well. And
They did very
ended
well.
up having about 2,000-3,000 people before the set was
I
over.
was way more than that. I was like 15,000. That's what I remember.
Close to that.
I know. I stuck about 42 Rockstar energy drinks in my bag. I know that. They said, "Hey, take all
Hey.
the Rockstar energy drinks you want." I'm like, "You just fucked up."
You know what? I grabbed a bunch too, but unfortunately, mine just had the Rockstar like it was an energy drink, but it was all fucking water. I was pissed, dude.
Was it really?
It was water in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the Rockstar logo.
Yeah, I
was,
got a
was mad
headache
about
from
it.
all the energy drinks.
Yeah.
Steve, did you guys have a booking agent for your tours?
No DIY.
You did most of the booking. I remember having lunch with you and trading off booking contacts with you for one of your tours. I want to say that was probably like 2005, 2006,
I don't know. It was so many people.
maybe 2004.
So many people just I mean there's a lot of people who blow smoke up your butt or whatever, but for the most part it was really just networking with regional bands and other bands who were interested in coming to the South. I mean you know as well as I do, that's really kind of the way that was the whole DIY tour booking was concerned.
That was the same way we booked our tours, or the same way I booked my tours was trading shows with bands out of state.
Yeah, and it was really or if we played with a band like say in New Orleans and they were coming through on tour, like, oh man, you guys sound great, let's book something together, that kind of stuff. But oh yeah, you wanted to hear a story from 2003 on the Love Stories.
I heard some stories about that tour.
Oh gosh,
what was it? The one that I remember was y'all showed up to the venue and there was like no show or something like that, and they didn't open up, or
well there was several ones. I know it was in Lexington, Kentucky, that something happened and we ended up playing. It was like this humongous ballroom and it was really cool to play in. But no, we actually made Clint edited it was one of his first attempts, I think, at a video, and he made a video from one of our songs, "The Cost of Living," and it's buried on YouTube if you want to look it up. But there's a lot of footage from that tour that was on it, like especially me with my fat Mike blonde hair and some other things like that. But yeah, when I'm trying to think, we played this. It was in Indiana. It was a hardcore fest, and they didn't want a ska band on there, so they only let Love Stories End play. But across the street was like this abandoned school, and we all decided to take like our own little tour, little adventure of the school, and it was so crazy. Like it had written like in red on the walls. It was like, if you enter, you die, and that kind of stuff. We're like, look at this, man. This is like straight out of a horror movie. I forgot where it was. It was right. It was literally.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. Maybe it was outside Indianapolis. I don't know.
Indiana is always a good time.
Yeah. And then we played later on. Did
you go to Michael Jackson's house?
No.
Me and Phil did.
I did not.
We sure did.
Phil got mad because I did the moonwalk in Michael Jackson's front yard.
It was. Come on, look.
It was right after he died.
It was right after he died. Like what, a week after he died, and there's all these teddy bears out there, right? And first of all, I don't know if you've ever been to Gary, Indiana, and his house, but his house is about the size of this table. How have you ever seen? You've seen the movie, right? Jackson 5, dude.
You talking about the one that used to be on VH1 with all? Yeah. I've seen some of it. Yeah. Used to play it on VH1.
So disappointing, dude. Yeah. I figured when he comes home in the van and she's like, what are you doing with all this stuff? He got guitars, drums, all this gear, right. which I'd have bought way better gear than that bullshit that he bought. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, the roofs are leaking, the kids' shoes are wearing down to the soles.
What accent is this? This is like
we're
Iceland?
stretching. We're trying to make 10 cents out of a nickel. And you're going to go do this, Joseph? And she's staring at hang on.
She won a Grammy.
Hang on.
Exactly.
Baby. It's going to pay off. I promise. It's going to pay off. The boys down the street, they got half as good as equipment. They don't got the talent our boys do. We're going to make the money.
You need to do a remake. You need to play his mom.
Joseph! We're trying. We can't even put food on the table, Joseph. Who was right? Who turned out to be right?
I think Joseph won that one.
Think Joseph won that one?
Yeah.
I think he did.
They went hungry for a while, I'm sure. But
then when he whipped Michael because he couldn't do the spin in the living room, he told him to get a switch.
So brutal.
Took that poor man's childhood away from him.
But look at what Michael did.
Exactly.
He made Thriller.
He changed the world as we know it.
I apologize. That probably triggered.
I know you're a big Michael Jackson fan.
I grew up
I'll
on
let
that
you do
shit.
your thing.
Dude, I grew up on that shit. I had all the cassette tapes. Every one of them. I was in my underwear in my room, and I was 8 years old, like fucking getting down, dude.
He was like, "Take me to Neverland."
Man in the mirror. He didn't do none of that shit, dude. By the way, he didn't do that shit. He just loved. He loved kids. Like it was cool.
Well, he didn't have a childhood.
He didn't have a childhood. I do believe that. I don't think he was.
He had a mouse for a friend.
You know, when you become that big, right? You know, humans aren't meant to be idolized to that extent, right? So he was already kind of screwed up in the head from what he went through, but then you become that big. I think it fucks you up, man, and you become like he's already a genius, so he's already off a little bit, but then they take it to a whole nother level, and that just happens to people.
You ever seen the videos of him in the studio, like making the songs, making these hits? It's mind-boggling how amazing it is. And I was just like, I'm laying in bed at night, you know.
Well, I always thought that was really, really cool that the house had not been updated.
Yes.
So like when we were there, it was like a shithole, you know, like
Jackson
like
5
yeah,
days
like obviously Michael didn't give a fuck about keeping it in
probably
good
a lot
condition.
of rough memories.
It was still
in that house.
still owned by the family, but it was like falling apart, and they were leaving all this stuff. Anyways, Steve, tell us a happy story. Let's not talk about.
Look, I mean, you deserve an Academy Award for that.
First of all, I can't wait
Like,
till the
seriously.
show. Not because this show's not great, because this is probably the best episode we've ever done, minus Gary Cooper and a couple other people that I'm not going to mention. Holy shit! I can't wait to edit this and send that tape of my acting to Hollywood, because I feel like, I mean, dude, next Fast and Furious, I'm there. I'm in it. I'm the guy. Holy
What
shit!
is that, like number 21 or something like that?
Give me a Dodge Challenger, dude. I do some drifting, dude. I'm the guy. I got. Go ahead, Steve-O.
Oh, that's all good, man. So you want a happy story? Let's see here. Oh man, let me read.
Well, you were leading with Indiana, telling about the school that y'all were going on to.
Yeah, it was just funny, and then we get done, and then Love Stories then comes on, and like we start up this like circle pit, and it was hilarious, and then like somebody had like a wiffle bat, and it got out of control. Somebody got into a fight.
How shitty is that the fucking hardcore bands wouldn't let you play? Like, did they had no idea how fucking cool you guys were?
It was it's water in the bridge. I didn't really care, you know.
How many tours did you guys go on?
I mean, I guess because I can, like I said, account road trips. Like
how many tours do you count that qualify?
I mean, two major tours. Like,
the one in 05 and the one in 10?
Yeah, 03 and 10. But we did like so many just like weekend jogs up to like either Ohio, South Carolina, Texas.
You go up, play a couple
Tennessee.
shows, come back.
Yeah, I mean, just make a weekend trip out of it. You know, that's what we would.
But the one in 010 was what, a couple weeks?
Yeah, it was like 2.5 weeks.
That was just y'all, or were you with another band?
No, that was just us. That one, like I said, there was some really good places. I think on that one we played at like the famous Jackrabbits in Jacksonville. We played at Fitzgerald's in Houston. Of course, that was torn down now, but Fitzgerald's was like legendary.
Yeah.
And to actually be on that stage and like actually be like in the VIP backstage area where like so many I mean just awesome bands have come through. That was really cool playing at that place. And then it was so funny, like some of those sleeping in the van or sleeping in cabanas with no AC in the middle of summer, smell like armpits and assholes. But I wouldn't trade it for the world because it was so much fun.
You live in the dream. You're out in the country, seeing the road.
I'm trying to, but honestly, some of the most killer shows, I will say the most killer shows, like even like locally, we played when we actually got to have our CD release show at the Parish Room at the House of Blues. Like when we had our More Than Motion CD back in 2009-ish, 2010, we got to have our CD release show there, and it was phenomenal.
I heard sound check is hell there. Like it's very, very. This is what I've heard. I've heard that it's like very, very tedious.
I mean, they go through it, but I mean, they get you dialed in, and it's just, I mean, it's rocking. I will say that, but like
was it like a 2-hour sound check?
No.
You just show up, set your shit up, and then they take care of the rest?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. But I mean, it wasn't like in the main room though. Like I say, it was up in the
upstairs.
Upstairs in the Parish Room.
You didn't play with like any kind of earbuds or earplugs or anything? You just had a monitor?
I just went straight monitor.
It was nice?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I went straight monitor.
I love that room. I've seen a ton of bands up there.
It was, yeah, and it was really cool. I mean, that was still, I guess, a little. I mean, I know in-ears are like the standard, but that was kind of, I guess, in that time frame.
Yeah, but at that time.
At that time, a lot of people were still rocking monitors, old school, and that's the way I'm used to playing is having a monitor blasting, and
Yeah,
Right.
Me too.
having feeling the bass drum coming
In
through
your
the
chest.
monitor. Yeah, under my butt.
Yeah, those are the memorable shows for me. But I mean, like hitting that kick drum and you feel it in your chest. It's so
Yeah.
deep, like that massive PA behind you.
Oh yeah,
That's what does it for me.
and that's what that's what kind of stinks about a lot of venues. Even like 10 years ago when Stereo Hype would play at the when we played at the Quarter over in Gulfport.
Yeah.
That was such a great place, and
yeah.
I forgot who was running sound there, Dave or some. I can't remember.
It was probably Dave.
He would hook us up with the sound in there, but that's what kind of stinks about a lot of places. Like you gotta lug your own PA. There's
They don't have a qualified sound engineer running their house.
Yeah, or they don't even have a house PA.
Right.
It's
And
like you leave it on the band.
And if it
They
is,
expect you to show up and do it.
yeah, and if it is, there's only enough channels for like an acoustic act. Yeah,
What
that's
about
normally-
all nighters? Do you guys have your dedicated sound guy for you guys?
Nope.
Nope. Chase
Chase pretty much runs everything, and with me and Ronnie and Chase, we have wireless, and we will run out front and kind of help get it dialed in on the. We'll do like a sound check. We'll play like a song or something like that, and get it dialed in and try to get everything sounding pretty good.
And you don't
on the
mic
fly.
the drums at all, right?
We will mic the kicks from time to time. We've been incorporating a little bit more of a monitor situation. I've been going DI in the guitar, and we've been running the monitors and more sound through the monitors, and even front of house. We used to not do that, but Chase is getting that dialed in a little bit better. We're feeling good about it, and yeah.
Now, how do you do that with your pedal board? Do you bring the pedal board with you down on the floor when you're doing the sound check?
No, I'll run back and forth. I'm not like, you know what I mean. I'll go.
That makes my anxiety go out the window because your effects pedals, unless you have them dialed in like before
Right.
hand, like
Well, I pretty much know where all my knobs need to be because we've been doing this a while. I've got them all tweaked to where, and I'll check them before we start getting down and make sure they're where they need to be and make minor adjustments on the fly as we play.
So what, you hit your tube screamer before you get down on the floor just so
Sometimes.
that you can hear
Yeah.
where the gain is and the monitors
Yeah.
in the front of house?
Sometimes, yes. Yeah. Play with it. Play with
Go
it
as
all.
loud as you can and then get on
Yeah.
the floor, see where it's at.
That's it.
That's that's what I like to do with my sample pad. Using incorporating that, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that really adds to some of the diversity we try to do, incorporating some samples from some of those older hip hop songs and stuff.
And that 808 drop.
That 808 drop.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then your little sample. Dun, 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 boom. I love
Yes.
the way you work it.
That's it.
No diggity. I got the bag and I bag it up now. I love the way. Okay, we're not gonna do that.
No
We're not gonna do
diggity.
that. Yeah, dude. Hey, Blackstreet, right?
Blackstreet.
Blackstreet.
That's it, man. People love it.
Hey, can I suggest a cover that you guys should learn?
Go ahead.
Take on me.
No, because you so first of all,
That's actually in the works. Phil.
Aha, Take on Me.
Yeah. No, we're actually gonna do the punk version
No,
of that.
bullshit. I've been
Didn't
requesting that shit
Stereo
for
Hype
2
used to do
years.
that?
Yeah.
But that was with horns. But
Yeah,
now
and
we're
they
gonna
know
do
it, but
we're
they
gonna
won't
do it
do
with
it.
leads
They won't do it.
instead.
They won't do it. They'll never do that cover. I'm getting mad. Anyway,
Take it up with Chase. I'm just joking.
I swear to God, this would be such a major hit if you did it. If you did any song by this group, but
Good.
you won't do it because
Who
you
is it?
got you probably don't have the cojones to do it.
Who is
What's
it?
that?
Ace of Base.
Ace of Base.
Are you talking about? Oh, that's your one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That
the
song?
sign.
The sign.
I saw the sign.
And
It
opened up my eyes, I saw the sign.
Never gonna be.
In a life where you belong.
No, we
Oh.
still got to do that separate ways. Remember?
Separate ways, and you got to sing it. MRFer.
Dude, first of all,
Phil does a hell of a Separate Ways karaoke cover, and he plays a hell of a mic air guitar deal. Like, I'm serious. I thought there were strings on the mic stand.
Yeah.
No.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen. I'll tell you what. We'll tell you what we'll do. We get Phil back there on the drums, and then I'll put on my I'll put on my devil lock and be like, Mother.
We do the mother cover.
You know what's interesting is I've been to half, probably less than half of the shows Mojile shows
Yeah.
that I've been to of y'all
Shout out
shows.
Mojiles.
And yeah,
They're-
shout out
they're-
Mojiles. And
Awesome
I've
cover
been
band.
on drums with them
Oh, yeah.
several times,
Yeah.
and I have not once been on drums.
Okay, how about this? We'll
with
call
you
it.
fellas.
You come out the 12th this Saturday.
Which is rude.
Oh,
Pick a
actually,
song.
Cheap Pop. Yeah, we have a show this Saturday.
Yes.
At
Glory
Glory
Bound.
Bound.
Glory Bound this
The 12th,
Saturday.
The 12th.
The
December
12th.
12th.
I think Phil's gonna be there bouncing.
I'm not
for-
gonna be
back-
there.
No, you're not gonna be there.
I just got word that I'm not gonna be there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We were gonna let you play drums at that one, but you're a busy man, you know.
I'm shooting a video in New Orleans
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
Oh, that's big money.
for my band at Transient on Instagram.com. We got a single coming out.
Transient doing big things.
So
You guys are
also
killing
on
it.
the 12th. 12th's a big day. By the way, let me do some promo here. December 11th, we got Silent Trust coming on. That's a Friday. We got Silent Trust coming on. They're dropping their new single.
Silent Trust.
Rap for Media Group. Yeah, they
Shout out to those
recorded up in
guys.
Ohio, so shout out to Silent Trust.
Shout out to
And,
Spooby. Spooby.
And December 12th, the next day, you guys are playing at Glory Bound in Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
That's right.
Right?
Before it goes down.
Right? And look, if you're holy shit, if you want to go out somewhere in your white t-shirt and get wild, Glory Bound's the place to be. Am I right, Mitchell? That's where Mitchell likes to go. Mitchell likes to go there and drink like lukewarm vodka and
Oh, man.
get on the girl, you know that.
Tell you what, we played some epic shows there, man. Whew. Crazy shows.
But December 12th, I'm shooting a music video with a band called Transient out of New Orleans, and we got a guy from Jackson. He used to be the guitar player for Storage 24. He's a big deal. He's watching right now. He's probably freaking out right now because I mentioned that.
Right on.
But we're doing that. So and then we're doing a night shoot. So I can't. I was going to try to make. And Erica's going to be pissed when she hears this. 'Cause
She's
I
gonna
told
be
her I
mad
was
at
going to
you.
block out the gate.
She's probably being bleeped out all over the house
And
right
I'm
now.
upset too. I'm upset about it too.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything I do is a big deal. But is that y'all's only show scheduled or?
Yeah,
We've got
for,
a bunch
for the rest of the year.
for the rest of this year, yeah.
Yeah,
Doing
we
the family thing
Yeah.
rest of the year.
Who cares
And then
about
next
that?
year we're gonna be probably wide open with a bunch of Dan B's and Glory Bound shows and maybe the Cannery. We played the Cannery
What's
not
that?
too long ago. Cannery over there in Wool Market. You were
Yeah.
there. Great spot.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah.
Once
Canada-
they start utilizing that outside area, it's gonna be really banging, I think.
So the owner of the cannery, I met that guy.
His
Is that
name's
the
Matt.
guy? Yeah, Matt.
Great guy.
Yeah, he is
Cool
a
as
fantastic guy.
shit.
If it would be in his best interest to sponsor my podcast, because I could pack out the cannery. The cannery is my type of people. They got a good layout. They got a good bar. They got good bartenders. It's a legit spot.
Yes. Great
And-
spot.
And with you guys,
Legit.
and with Ronnie with his tank top and his tube socks playing the bass guitar. Holy shit.
That's it.
We could do some stuff. I'm glad you like that joke. You do some. You get weird over here.
That's West Coast, baby.
Yeah.
Oh baby, holy shit.
Cannery's got a lot of potential. They've been doing great. I've been rolling by that place sometimes on the weekend. They're stopping by and the parking lot's fucking packed.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's not big enough for what they're doing there.
So if
think
I
it
went
is. I
there,
think it is.
if I went there next Saturday, you think the parking lot would be packed?
I have a feeling it would be pretty packed. Yeah, they do pretty good,
I'm
man.
gonna go there with a pack of Mojile skulls and go over there.
Yeah,
and
do
see
that.
What I can do.
Do that, man.
You
You
gotta
should.
pack that skull right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
How do you
gotta
pack it, Matt?
You gotta pack it with them fingers. I wish I had a can, man. I could make the can pop, bro.
Mitchell, you got anything? Awesome.
Mitchell, you need to calm down over there, sir.
Dude, Mitchell's
For
getting
real.
weird. Look at him. What you got, Steve?
No, I was just gonna say, man, like, it's been awesome to be on your show, and I'm glad you're doing this and featuring like the different bands, different musicians across the coast and
Yes.
things like that. I hope that in the future we do get some more venues started back up here.
Right.
Because I know I talked a lot about cover band stuff, but and back in our heyday of Stereo Hype, when there was a lot of good venues, like original music type venues to play around, and that kind of stuff. It's really hard to come by, I think, nowadays. And there's still a thriving music scene here, and there's a lot of good musicians around here on the coast. you know, there's a lot of talent on here, and I'm glad that you have a platform to really, you know, showcase those guys, yourself included.
Thanks, Phil. Phil, you're killing it, man. You're killing it. Thank you.
It's the
Thank you.
new,
I just want to say
medium.
thank you,
Thank you.
Phil Krohn,
You're welcome.
from the
It's
bottom
new
of
medium.
my white cold heart.
No, that's an important. I'm glad you said that because first of all, shout out to the sound because I think I really honestly think if it wasn't for them and seeing their operation and what they're doing, I
Absolutely.
wouldn't have done this
Inspired to do that.
because they have
Yeah.
a different platform than we have, and
And
my my whole thing is I want to go because for somebody like you, Steve, right? Somebody like you, there's no way. It's very difficult for the general public to get to know somebody like you unless you did something like this, right? Unless you sat down for 2-3 hours,
Right.
played the drum set,
Yeah.
explained what you do, talked about your history. Like it's very hard, like because
Yeah, man.
most people only know the loud ass bar that they saw you at for
Right.
20 minutes. You know what I mean?
right.
And they don't understand who you are. They don't understand what you're about, what you value.
That's right.
I'm just a
everything.
machine.
Right.
I'm just a machine in the background. I'm just a drum machine. You know how it is.
No, you're more than
No,
that. You're more than that, though. You know what I mean? Like Matt sitting here in his red flannel shirt, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a nice shirt," but they don't know that he's been wearing these goddamn shirts for 27 years.
That's it, man. You know, flannel went out, and I was still wearing the shit. It's coming back in. I'm repping it still.
But
I love my
no, dude, we're about to put this shit on the map. Me and MG3, the Croatian
Yeah.
Sensation.
Shout out to Mitchell too, man. Mitchell.
Yeah, old
Mitchell really helps keep these things going. Keeps the conversation going, delving
want-
in deep,
I just want to talk to.
delving
I
in
just want to
deep.
talk to Steve-O about the old times.
Well, I'll tell you. All right, I got
Like tagging onto tailing onto what Phil's saying. Like I think it's great because you know like bands now like Flying Raccoon Suit.
Mhm.
You know it's like
Absolutely.
they reference you guys a lot. I've seen when I've seen them talk and having Stereohype, knowing Stereohype was this ska band that brought like a ton of kids, you know, to the coast. You know before. What I guess whatever you want to call this now, the pandemic era of the coast where nobody's playing, but
Right.
yeah, like after we come out of this and we can get back into you know having some. It'd be cool if we had an all ages venue down here.
Yeah.
Oh man, them all ages shows, man. That's where they were at.
Yeah.
Especially like the VFW in
I mean-
Gulfport, man. That was the spot
I
for
feel
so many
you
years.
know. I mean, yeah, it definitely was. It's good. You know. Yeah. I wouldn't. I say hopefully I'm not too far removed from that as you know I approach 4-0 next year, but
He said it.
I said it.
Shit, man.
But you know, it just
Music keeps you young, man.
it does.
Don't worry about it.
It
Don't
really
sweat it.
does.
It does, man.
It does. Music really does keep you young.
Keeps you
and,
grounded. It's the ultimate release.
I think
and,
it is too.
It really is, man.
You know. Oh, I will say one time, I old story. Remember the Food Not Bombs benefit show
Which one?
where Chick-fil-A now where Chick-fil-A now stands over there in Gulfport on 49 North,
Yes.
and it was the I forgot what it was called, maybe the Lyman Community Center or something
Yes.
like, at that
Yeah.
time. Fun fact: after that show, like, because I remember it was over with at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. There was a ridiculous amount of bands. I want to say it was like 20 or 30 bands on that thing, and everybody had like 20-minute set. Like, I actually because I had to work at Home Depot the next morning at 5 a.m. So I slept in the Home Depot parking lot like
For 3 hours.
for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I could go to work.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. I've been pulling those shows with the all nighters. You know, if anybody doesn't know me, I'm actually a commercial garbage man, and I get up super early, and sometimes I will have to work on a Saturday or Sunday, and that means literally packing my gear up and going into work and starting her out. And but I live for this shit, man, and wouldn't be anywhere without it, dude.
Would it be to be young again? I remember
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you were talking about those little 3-day weekend tours. I remember doing one over in Texas. We do the triangle where we hit up Houston and Dallas or Fort Worth, and then try to get down to San Antonio or Austin. And we try to do that at least like either in the beginning of the year or the end of the year. And I remember coming back from one of those little Texas trips, and Houston's like 7 hours away.
Yeah.
And the show got over like around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we got back just in time for me to we drove all night after that show, 7 hours straight back, and it was like I got to be at work at 8, and we get back into town like 7:30. I got enough time to change clothes and then go to work. And I roll in there. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. They're like, what are you doing here?
Oh, yeah.
I'm here. Like, just go.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So you got to cooking them patties, huh?
Those were the days. Those were the rock and roll days.
Oh boy.
Oh,
boy.
man.
Well, I gotta say, Matthew Bounds.
Yes, sir.
Can I tell you something in front of the world?
Tell me, Phil. I want to hear this.
I want everybody to hear.
think it's
You
gonna
know
be
when they
good.
say like people go to a mountaintop and scream something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I love you,
I love you too, brother.
Steven.
Real talk.
I love you.
Love you too, Phil. You're a good guy.
Even though you haven't let me play drums at an all-nighter show.
It's coming, man.
Even though I was there all night, every time.
We gotta come up with a song.
We have to
wanna
have a
play.
group plan and figure out what song you want to play. And the next time you're at a show, let us know you're coming. We'll get you back there on the skins.
Just and it was totally my bad. Do not ever let a drunken woman come up to you and say, "I know Zombie by the Cranberries."
Did
Don't
you let her
it
play
work.
drums or sing or what?
Our golden rule there for a while is, no, you're not singing. This is our gig. We put in the work for this.
Yeah, you gotta watch him.
So we went to it was a cruise show down in the pass over there at the whiskey bar. We played in front of the whiskey bar, right in front of the little hardware store. Yes, she was part of the crew. She came up and, "Can I sing Zombie? I'm really good." And she wasn't really good, but we went with it. We've never played the song before. Of course, it's an easy song to play. We killed it musically, but the vocals were not on
Yeah,
point.
she just commented. She said, "F you guys."
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't quit your day job, babe.
Just
So I
learn the
gotta
lyrics.
say.
Maybe learn the lyrics next time, and might have that. Might have it down.
You gotta be ready for stuff like that, you know. what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Right.
you gotta be-
Everybody's everybody says they're a singer or something. Let me
Right.
get up there, man. Let me get up there and spit a hot minute.
Like I'm a real singer. Mitchell's a real guitar player.
Yeah.
You're a real drummer. You're a real
It's-
guitar
Oh,
player.
and I
you know?
kill it at karaoke, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
What's your song of choice? Like, what's your band of choice? Like, what kind of
Here I Go
ranges?
Again by Whitesnake.
Oh, shit.
You can hit those notes.
Here I go.
Yeah,
Something
he
like
can do
that.
it.
Wow.
He's been practicing a lot of David Lee Roth too.
Nice. You know
so
we got $1 million studio right here. We can
make some moves.
make
Money
some
moves.
moves. Holy shit.
Oh
Money
gosh,
moves.
Brett just called us out on it.
Brett Ladner.
Yeah.
What, want us to play Whitesnake
No, on the on the zombie.
on the zombie? Was Brett there?
Yes.
You know what I should have done?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Hey,
Brett.
remember-
Shout out Brett Ladner.
Oh, we
Love
just
you,
got
brother.
called out.
Remember at Danby's when the woman
Oh, man.
when you were like the "Excuse Me, Ma'am" video?
I'm sorry.
"Excuse me, ma'am."
I might have been.
Where she was like up in your face while the drunk girl. I got it on video. I should have loaded the video because you were like in the mic. "Excuse me, ma'am, you need to get off stage, ma'am." And she's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
are you single?"
It gets crazy at our shows. It's so bad, like especially like at Glory Bound, that I have built a guard for my pedal board,
Yes.
a plexiglass guard, because
I wish you'd have brought that.
people always spill their drinks or fall on my pedal board. It's like a target for before you throw up time.
It's
Like,
that Michelob Ultra, man. It's
that
so
fucking
poisonous.
Yeah,
that Mick
dude.
Ultra is so poisonous.
Mississippi White
You running
Girls.
stereo off that pedal board?
What's that?
You running stereo?
No, it's straight mono, man.
See, like a
Straight mono. I'm
cable
using.
with orange and a cable with yellow.
Yeah, no. What I'm doing is the delay and the chorus are ran through the effects loop because I want it to be after my gain stage on my amp when I'm running
Right.
my dirt, and the rest of them are just ran straight in the front. Yeah, that's all it is.
Did you
Just effects loops.
did you get that Tube Screamer modded like that, or did you
I did.
send it off to get modded?
I did. I got it. No, I bought it years ago when I was trying to learn some Stevie Ray Vaughan licks, and yeah, I sent it off to Analog Man and did the silver mod on it, and got the switches, the foot switches on those are infamous for going out. They're just real bad about it. So I got him to send it off, do the silver mod, and he replaced the switch and modded it out.
Nice.
And now It really screams, man. I love it. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I got all kinds of goodies on that board, but it really helps to dial in the tone of the songs that we play. And the Paul Reed Smith that I was playing, you guys saw, it's a 513. It's got 13 pickup combinations, so I can pretty much dial anything from a Les Paul to a Strat to a Telly to even a metal sound. It's fun. I love it.
Do you utilize that a lot in the all-nighters?
Oh, yeah.
You switch back and forth between humbuckers and single coils?
Yep, that's the whole reason I bought it, man. So I can really get as close to the original source sound that I was going for. Yeah, it's a bitch at first to get used to the pickup switching on that thing, but once you get it dialed in, it's sweet, man.
I think a lot of people, when they're watching cover bands, they're drunk, but they don't realize the authenticity that you put effort into trying to recreate.
Yeah, and I mean some bands, and I'm not saying if you're wanting to start a cover band or you're interested in playing cover, you don't have to sound like the original source. That's just our thing. We like to be authentic and get it as close to the sound that that was originally recorded. It helps to get that feeling, the nostalgic feeling, or whatever you're going for with the song. I think it really helps to bring out something in you. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And how do you approach that, Steve-O? Do you try to stay true to the same drum beats, or do you kind of like add your own little flair, your own little take?
I try to stay true, mostly.
Pocket.
I try to stay mostly just true to how the song is played. I mean, there's parts where you can take liberties, but nobody's caring if I take liberties with it. They're here to hear a good version of the song, and that's what I want to do with it.
What about when you're doing open mic?
Open mic is, that's a different story. It's a free for all, but
jammy fun time.
Yeah, it's jammy. But at the same time, if I'm like grooving with a good bass player or something like that, then you can really, that really helps, expand it a little bit and have some fun with it. But like I said, some of those songs that I do on jam night and things like that, I've never heard of before, Do
you guys ever have like a somebody come up at an all-nighter show and be like, play a Stereotype song?
All the time.
All the time. That or an original song that do you guys do originals? And that's where the whole idea to start doing a couple originals came from. So we're going to delve into that and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good. Well, I'm sorry, I can't concentrate.
You want me to take my flannel off?
You look like a fucking cartoon character.
like a handsome one or ugly one, or
you know what I'm saying?
What are you going for?
Matt, do you think you'll ever hang the guitar up?
Fuck no. That'll be the day I die, brother.
That's the answer I wanted to hear, because if you said something else, we were gonna fight.
And it's not just guitar, man. Like I'm saying, I just threw that studio together, which you inspired me to put a studio together, because I was like, oh, fucking Phil's doing the damn thing.
Millions of dollars he's making, yeah.
Right, exactly. If I can be half as successful as Phil, I'll be fucking killing it. So, but
Phil's
man,
Phil's come a long way. I mean, you remember
tell him, Mitchell.
Love Stories In, where this just used to be half the size.
This was a party fest.
Like red walls with
we were literally sweating on each other in here.
Yeah. This is by far this is leaps and bounds from where it was. When,
man, I love
Love
this
Stories
place.
In was in here. I still got the GoPro videos of jamming in here.
Leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds. Shout out. Thanks for giving me a little shout out there, sir. Yeah, man. But Phil.
Yeah, we're gonna keep advancing this stuff, because it's unfair to a lot of the guys in this area, because if y'all were in Atlanta or Houston or LA or something,
it'd be a different story.
This would be a whole different situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Mississippi's never been a prime spot for music, but damn it, we keep on trying and doing our best, and sometimes it works out, and sometimes,
Well, that's a great thing about shows like this. I was trying to interrupt earlier, saying this is the new medium when you guys were talking, and about the venues, having venues, and it's like right now, this is kind of like where your venue is, because we can have people come on and play and demonstrate, but also at the same time, I feel like we're also preserving a little bit of Gulf Coast history by having Steve-O come on and talk about Stereotype and letting people. And if they didn't know about Stereotype, now they do. And it's like if they like ska and they're like, I wish there was a ska band around. They're like, well, there actually was, and they might actually play again one day in the future.
Right.
Exactly, because stereotype, whether you like it or not, I mean, a lot of people, that was a big part of their life at a certain point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it was me, swinging around, acting the fool at the Cedar Grove Community Center, breaking windows, or if it was somebody that actually came out. Go ahead.
Kicking shins.
Or my first introduction to Phil Krohn was at the Cabana on, ironically, on I'm sorry, it was the Cabana
Courthouse Road.
Courthouse Road.
Yeah.
And
The
you wanted us
Cabana.
to kick off the show, like our set, with you jumping into the pool. And we started it, and like you jumped late, and you're like, "No, restart the song."
And I did jump into the pool.
And you
though.
did jump into the pool.
And I slipped and I almost broke my effing neck. Yeah, and it was so cold that night. It was so cold. Well, that speaks to my dedication. I mean, but understand, long after we're gone, long after you're dead, there's a little tombstone, and there's some old lady telling her grandkid, like, this is Steve-O Thoms.
Yeah,
gravesite.
this was him.
Please don't laugh at me while I'm
You're turning it. You're taking it. You're steering it dark here, man. You're steering it.
when somebody's telling their grandkids, or something,
You're not gonna have any grandkids.
Please don't interrupt me in this moment.
I thought you were sterile.
Some butt baby grandkids, maybe.
Food babies.
Let Phil continue. I want to hear where this story was heading, because I feel there's a silver lining to what he was trying to say.
There's gonna be a field trip to your gravestone one day, like 100 years from now,
Oh, okay.
500 years from now. There's
And
gonna be a field trip.
It probably won't be there after.
There's gonna be a
500
field
years.
trip of some stupid ass kids, because they're gonna be dumb by that point, right? But they're gonna say, like, I wonder if we could, like, see some footage of this guy. They're gonna be like, go to KrohnKast, type it in on YouTube.
Yeah, this will all be deleted by then. Hey, the Sound's doing some shows at the Crest. That would be cool to see Stereohype have a reunion.
God damn!
What
Shout out to the
one of
Sound.
the-
Kevin Harris, get the really
Crest
good
is
sound on there. Holy shit! You want to pack out the Crest? You probably don't want to pack it out right now. Because everybody's gonna get COVID. But if you want to pack out the views on the online thing, get Stereohype in there, and then holy shit, with the horns, we'll get the whole USM horns. Get Mondo to get the whole USM horns on there. Dude, it's gonna be great.
You need to calm down.
Sorry.
Oh,
But
Lord.
no, the
Crest.
Crest isn't. It's not
It's
back.
not Crest Live.
But it's not Crest Live, but the Sound has an arrangement where they're doing, I think, 2 bands a month live, streaming them, playing at the Crest
Really?
from the Crest stage live.
And it's just streaming, nobody.
For the last 2 months, I don't know who it is this month, but I know for the last 2 months they did. And I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just because I know there, like you were saying, there's not really a venue for you to reunite at
Yeah, I
again.
watched.
But maybe something in the upcoming year. It'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool because other than Flying Raccoon Suit, I mean, you guys are the only.
I
you
saw
are
that one.
the OG.
The OG.
Yes.
Dude, I'm getting so hyped thinking about it, dude. Can you imagine Ronnie in a wife beater with white tube socks in the Crest?
Ronnie killing it. Hey,
Fucking
man.
Holy shit! Can you imagine,
That would
dude?
be badass.
Can you imagine?
Why can't you be like this at the beginning of the podcast?
Because he wasn't 6 Bud Lights deep in.
I'm the one over here sipping.
No,
Red
that's
Bull.
what needs to happen. He needs to like drink a shitload of Michelob Ultra instead of Bud Lights before he starts, and he would be lit
She can be white girl
from
wasted.
jump.
It's like starting to hit him.
I think you need to do a podcast on a wife beater. Speaking of wife beaters,
Yeah.
just do a
Phil-
wife beater episode featuring Phil Krohn and his wife beater, and put a mic on the wife beater.
Dude, I'm so effing hyped right now. Can you imagine, dude? I'm gonna talk to Mr. Kevin Harris and old Mr. Jerry, and we're gonna get this going, dude. Holy shit, dude. Sorry.
Steve, how many Stereohype CDs, EPs did you guys put out?
I want to say probably 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. We like the first couple we did with Billy Harshbarger over in the past. He had a little studio set up there, and that was where he kind of really got our, little chops honed in. Oh, and I'm glad you brought that up because that was something I wanted to also bring up. Was like we were one of the last bands that Clyde Holly worked with before he passed away, unfortunately, and he did like a little EP with us and actually played some keys.
Clyde, man.
Wow.
Clyde was cool as shit.
Yeah.
That was the first studio experience I had with Love Stories In on a Biloxi War Tribe. Yeah, I was in the studio with them cutting that back when I filled in on bass.
Big Money Bob on drums, right?
Yeah, man. My buddy
shout
Bob.
out to Bob.
Bob. Oh, yeah.
What's his last name?
Bob Myers, man. That's who I grew up with playing music.
Shout out to Bob. What's he
man.
doing now?
Man, he works out at Siemens Composites building like top naval submarine ships and shit like that.
Sounds boring.
He's got like 6 or 7 kids, man. He's doing the thing.
That sounds economical.
Yeah. But
Wow.
we had a lot of fun.
Steve, you got anything you want to plug, sir?
Like I said, we'll be at Glory Bound next Saturday, December the 12th. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. And then I just want to tell everybody stay safe out there. We're all in it together, as to quote a cliche. But I just want to say thanks for everybody who has been coming out to the shows. Thank you to musicians that keep putting out music, whether it's live, digitally, streaming, however. And
You're welcome.
That's I'll just say that I'm just extremely thankful and grateful that I can continue to keep doing this.
Wow.
Matty Bounds, when that solo album coming out?
I don't know, man. I got a lot of shit to dial in before then, but I'm getting there, man. Yeah, making some trap beats, some trap music. They can shake their booties to it, and a couple guitar albums, I guess. I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to get the studio honed in, man. Working on my craft.
Whatever happens, just don't stop, fellas. All right.
Yeah, man. Let's keep it going.
Don't stop,
Just like
fellas.
you guys, you need to keep this shit going.
I'm excited to hear the originals.
Yeah, man. We're working on it.
We'll have some time coming
We're
up.
working on it.
December, January, I think, to really work on it. Like both Chase and I mean, especially I know Chase has been real busy working out at Stennis, getting ready for the big SLS rocket test out there. Matty B, he's holding the fort down at Waste Management.
60 plus damn near hours a week, but yeah, we're still weekend warriors at the All Nighters, but we give it our all. That's for damn sure.
Good stuff.
And we're working on revamping the set as well, and adding some songs. And when we get a song requested multiple times, we'll more than likely get it down and put it in the list to learn. So
thank you guys for coming. I love you. Hopefully,
Thanks, Phil.
Hopefully, one or two of you guys will consider staying the night and sleeping in the middle, because it gets pretty lonely in the house.
It's a little cold in Latimer.
It's a little cold out here. It gets a little dark. I mean, my dog. Dog is
Hey,
cool.
Phil, I'll take you up on that. If
I'm
we can
down.
ever do a Saturday podcast when I'm not working, yeah, I'd love to take you up.
I'll
on
do a
that, bro.
Saturday podcast just for you if you
Just
want.
for me.
Absolutely.
We could play some
Do it.
goddamn honky tonk on here.
Do it, baby.
You want to do a honky tonk show?
Can we do it in bodysuits?
Bodysuits? Do they make flannel bodysuits?
No, the tight ones.
The tight flannel bodysuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do it in a
Like them
flannel.
girls in the videos do. We're lining it
And
up.
on that major disappointment.
Thanks, Steve Thoms, for wearing that shirt. Thanks, Matt Bounds, for coming out with the red flannel. That's like the
Always.
classic. Dude, you can sell that for $10,000. Thanks,
Working on it.
Mitch the third.
If there's
Holy shit.
if there's any sponsors out there interested in sponsoring KrohnKast, get a hold of us. We can put your logo up right here on this closing scene.
Absolutely. We'll
That's
put your
it.
logo up. We'll make you $10,000 in the first week. If you want money, if you hate money, don't sponsor us. If you like money, sponsor us. If you hate money, don't sponsor us. I'm sick of this shit, dude. We're going global, and nobody seems to give a shit.
Worldwide.
Thanks, guys.